Let's go ahead and send it over to your casters. Sims and Wonderboy, take it away.
Thank you very much indeed, Golden Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to HCS Daytona, day number 3, Championship Sunday. OpTic Gaming versus Team EnVyUs. Harry, how many times do we keep seeing this one happen?
It seems to be almost every single event. These two teams just somehow seem to rise to the top. They're definitely the cream of the crop of the North American and worldwide Halo scene. I just can't wait to see this one. Golden Boy has said it himself. It's the El Clasico of Halo. Fathom capture the flags, game 1. What more could you want?
El Clasico of Halo. Here we go then. CTF, Fathom kicking things off. Snake bites POV. Straight off the spawn then, Harry. These two teams, what are you going to be looking for them to do? What areas they need to capitalize on this map to secure the victory?
Well, there's going to be a lot of team fights around bottom middle, purely for that stronghold, which I do believe Hook's actually just picked up. He gets taken down though by one of the OpTic Gaming members. So that's going to be a key team fight position. Also top middle, you'll see both teams kind of fighting around that area of the map. That's purely because the height advantage on this map, very important to hold, because you can put so much fire down on the enemy team, makes it so much easier for your teammates to push into the enemy base. At the moment though, looks like momentum definitely in the favor of OpTic Gaming. You can see Royal 2 right here and his teammate just kind of working around top middle. Him and Frosty making sure they have height on the enemy members, and you can see right there, Hook just was getting rained down upon from above, but Miquin luckily saves his life right there.
Yeah, Royal 2's false back on the hop on board with Miquin's POV. Team takedown medal comes in. And now we'll see. EnVyUs the kind of tracking back to the base, and understandably why, when Frosty does have the railgun. Looking to rail down hell from top mid, misses one. Will he get punished? He'll actually get forced off, gets the reload on both weapons there. Hunting for more blood, he smells it, doesn't find the target for a second time in a row. Not usually what you see coming out of this young man, because he is a very, very dangerous slayer. And you put a power weapon in his hand, 9 times out of 10, he's going to hit them bullets. Looking now down in the open courtyard, there's one, finds a second. Can he get the juke? Yes, he will. So a nice trade there to grab the killing spree, Harry.
Yeah, it was a very nice trade, actually. I honestly thought there was no way he was going to get a kill in that situation. He was a shot down in that fight, but somehow he still made it work, and that's what Frosty does so often than not. He's so aggressive, he'll challenge everything, and making sure he puts damage down for his teammates to clean up is such an important thing to do. And snipe down with the double and the reversal as well. Amazing stuff. 2 down for OpTic. The flag runner, I do believe, is still alive, though. That's going to be 4, actually. So it looks like a flag here could be on the move right here. I believe it's going to be Pistola who is running the flag. He's taken down, though. You can see in the kill feed as well, though. OpTic Gaming with 3 quick slays, and they actually still have the flag on the move as well with Lethal.
But the flag's out. Will they get it in? We're actually going to see Lethal picking it up, and there we have it. OpTic Gaming, they put the first one on the board. And now we see Lethal with the TAC Magnum as well. Probably look to make some good use of this weapon. He's got the 2-time scope. It's silenced also, so you can appear off the radar. It does so much damage. Going to chase this enemy down. He's not appearing on the radar. He knows he's dropped down into the pit, but the grenade is red. Well, it finds its target. Lethal is all tagged up, looking to try and stay alive here. Doesn't quite land it as Miquin down in the kill feed. Looks like he's picked up the railgun. Yes, he has indeed, but it's also got the camo, Harry.
Oh, yeah, that thrust, though, is just gonna juke Miquin out completely. Royal 2 is down at the moment. We'll swap over to Snakebite, who just picked himself up a double. He's constantly putting pressure on the NB players, right? Honestly, this man just seems to always be firing his gun and always putting shots down whenever he sees an NB member. It's just perfect how to play Halo. Obviously a little bit ill this weekend, I do believe, Snakebite, but you know, we won't make excuses for him. Those shots there are a little bit windy.
I honestly don't think he's just a little bit ill. The man is a lot ill. He is not been having the best of weekends. We'll see Lethal tag him up with that railgun top mid, light rifle in hand. Can he finish his kill? No, he cannot. The thrust is too strong. Going to avoid that one. Lethal himself's actually going to get tagged up hard from Hook over on the VAT side. Drills him down. He's also dead in courtyard as we switch to his POV. Pistola, though, straight off the spawn, will grab the behind. Now he's going to check up top mid. No one's there. You can see Snipe down as well. His little name tag, so looking to see if a player does jump up. So they've got both sides of the treehouse, Harry. How do they capitalize on this player right now? Because they have control of the map.
Yeah, they do have control of the map, but the key thing for EnVyUs here is the railgun's coming up in 15 seconds. Fair enough, you have height control, but you've already got both camouflages so far in this game. I believe OpTic actually witnessed EnVyUs picking up the last camouflage, so OpTic will kind of know a rough timing on it, but if you have both tree houses and top middle control, you may as well just kind of sit on that for a little while. Try and maintain it for around 20 or so seconds for when that camouflage is coming up, which, by the way, is in 10 seconds. So look for Snipe down here to transition back up high and try and grab himself this camo railgun. If he does that, he's going to try and get slays and help his team out in terms of moving flags. frags. Just takes Royal 2's heads off right there.
Yep, he's going to lose that one. Charges it up, misses the second shot. You will notice as well from the recent changes, that's a nice play from him to bag the camo, but I was mentioning, you'll notice from the changes that Railgun does have one less clip. So certainly been a little bit of a minor nerf coming into these new settings, which is fantastic. Plenty of settings going on. You'll notice the new radar, you'll notice the TAC Magnum, and you'll notice there is no Storm Rifle. There's no automatics whatsoever in play this weekend. Fantastic stuff from 343. Snipe down, finds one, easy kill for him. One person sticks out their elbow. He knows where that final player is. He's inside the OpTic gaming base, but on the other side of the map, his flag is also on the move, Harry.
Yeah, it is, and that shot might just come back and haunt Snipe down. He couldn't quite connect with the player who was trying to run the flag through the gen. Frosty is already putting pressure on once again, but Pistola with a perfect is going to shut his life down as well at the moment. It looks like it's just team fights and individual fights is going on around the map at the moment. Mikwin's coming off the respawn, and in terms of slays at the moment, this game pretty much even. Only 2 separating them, but it's about to be 2 flag caps separating them. OpTic with another one right there. Absolutely perfect from them, and they're going to go 2-0 up in this game.
Yep, this one just got a little bit more difficult for Team EnVyUs. Mikwin over in Garage will find one, calls him out, looking for his teammates to pick him up, and there you have Pistola with the answer. The Wizard takes out Frosty. Mikwin still hunting for blood as he finds a grenade on the floor, knows the player is moving around the vat. Will he get him? No, he will not. He's going to chase this kill, though. Needs to stop sprinting, so he disappears on the radar. And look at that. What a nice weapon to find. Plenty of ammo in the chamber as he finds the TAC Magnum. And now he can kind of just hang around this vat area. There's no point in running it yet, Harry. Would you agree? Because he's got no support?
Yeah, definitely not. No point running this flag. Not only do they not have enough of an advancement on the OpTic base, they don't have the kills either. Fathom's a bit kind of different. You almost want 2 first kills before you go into the base, right? You can't really operate on one, and you can see Mikwin, fair enough, is a 3v3. Even though they got the first kill, he still wants to back up and just maintain this treehouse control and block this silo, making sure any OpTic gaming members trying to push out their front base or trying to push out their big door, he can put shots down. And you can see right there, he picks up lethal on no shields, absolutely no problem. And the camouflage, I do believe, is in the hands of Pistola as well. So despite Mikwin going down right there, OpTics still have to worry about this guy right here, who also has the railgun in his possession as well.
Yeah, Pistola just kind of wandering around at the moment, trying to find this kill. A couple of missed shots, but he does finally does it. Spins around on a pinhead, sees the radar, knows where the player's going to be, so he's got the rail and he's got the camo as well. Not entirely sure how much ammo he had. That might have been the final bullet. I'm trying to see if he switches back to it. And scoping in with that BR, just drilling one player over in the corner. Wow. Perfect kill. Royal 2, see you later, buddy. Down he goes. Body hits the floor, charges up the railgun for a second time. Will pull the gun back just to not waste that one bullet. Makes it count, though, as Frosty loses his face up on top mid. And now we'll see several players of OpTic there managing to at least take some of this Team EnVyUs down.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there from Pistola. He got the first kill, that lovely perfect, and then just mentally in his head, he almost just forgot that there was a player spawning. He knew what he wanted to do. Once he was blocking that silo when he got the perfect and wanted to push into the gen. Forgot how long it was since he got that first kill. He moved off the silo. Lovely perfect there with the TAC mag from Mikwin, but he moved off the silo, unblocked that spawn, and a player unfortunately spawned behind him and shot him in the back. So Pistola there, if he'd moved in a little bit quicker, obviously had a player top middle to worry about as well, but if he'd moved into the gen a little bit quicker, he maybe would have survived with his life right there.
All right then, Harry, I've just been told we do have an OpTic gaming listening ready to go, so let's dive on in with some of the players and listen how the communication is with the side of the green wall, as they are currently 2-0 up.
Cam is 35.
Nice shot, bro.
35 Cam.
Yeah, they're dead on me. I'm gonna
To the bid door.
Yo, kill the garage. I got sniped down.
3, there's 3.
I'm on hit and tree. Yo, they're 4. Jump on me.
35 Cam.
I'm gonna go for camo.
Cam is up.
Just grab it. Hold on. He's gonna be in rail half off the camo.
Rail's on my wall, guys.
I'm gonna go for it.
It's right in front of you. To your left. It fucking despawns. No,
There's one there, elbow. There's like 2 there flag. TJ, help him on elbow.
Two absolute, they're dead.
Matt, what's
Two more
I'm going for
left.
rail. I'm going for rail.
One's are dead and one's are elbow, Matt. One might push down the
Brad, pick up our big when we spawn.
I'm their elbow.
Gotta get the porch.
Just waste that if you can.
Nice one, Ed.
There's still 1 round.
Yo, they're silo,
Yeah, I got that cam. He's absolutely silent.
Comic coming. Thomas half out. Their side. Or our side. That's him, bro. Another one's on there.
That's 3 weak to tree, Mick one.
Good job, Brad.
He's staying on, I guess.
Yo, they're
Matt, you're by yourself there. Just play your line.
DJ, go back to her. Go back to her. one center, of course.
There's one.
OpTic still 2-0 up, not finishing it throughout that listening, but we do see Frosty with the railgun looking to make something happen here as he transitions into the 50-yard line of Team EnVyUs, tries to hit the floor to at least take off the shields of that MB player. That MB player is going to get away with his life. It's going to be the magical wizard himself, Mr. Pistola. 1, 2, 3 members of Team EnVyUs, Harry. They're all dive bombing into this base. One of them will fall, potentially a second one, and Pistola all of a sudden, that team of 3, they're all dead.
Wow, that's so well played by OpTic Gaming. So scary when you've just been slayed and you're kind of spawning in waves and spawning on your own silo and having to make a decision. Do you overextend to the enemy team's base or do you push back into your own? They decided to push back into their own. They fought out the enemy Envy players from their own base and they outslayed them completely. Perfect play there from OpTic Gaming. And just 2 minutes left in this game. So Envy, they need to start stringing some flag runs, stringing some kills together very, very soon, or in my opinion, this game is going to OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, I'd be worried for EnVyUs. This game looks pretty much over unless they can grab a flag in the next 40 seconds to try and grab a second one with all the time remaining. Not a lot whatsoever to work with, but Royal 2, he grabs another one on snipe down, checking top mid. Looks like it's going to be Lethal who grabs the camo as well. So all the goodies at the moment, Harry, in the hands of OpTic. And is this one of those moments where you just think, right, boys, just kill them?
Yeah, that's all they have to do. They just have to kill them and be annoying and sit in corners if they have to, you know? Like, you can see Lethal right there. Fair enough, he's got the camouflage, but he's just playing so sneaky, picking up 2 in a row right there as well. It's like, it's all you have to do is just make sure. It almost turns into a game of Slayer. You just want to make sure you're keeping them on respawns, if possible, slaying them far apart from each other. You saw Royal 2 in the kill feed right there just pick up Pistola. That was a couple of seconds after another ND member just went down. So this is really well played by OpTic Gaming, and it's pretty much GG at this point.
Yeah. And now we're just going to watch this Slayer match unfold because that's all it's pretty much going to be. You know, that's all they need to do unless they apply the pressure. EnVyUs, they've got a hell of a lot of work to do. They just literally need to bag this one. He can't stop. It's go, go, go here to snipe down if they want any chance of tying this one up to stay alive in this game at number 1. Potential to grab it, but someone needs to be there on the opposing side to deliver another one. Otherwise, unfortunately, that's pretty much it. There's a member of OpTic, I believe that's Frosty. Yep, double kill for him. He's inside EnVyUs' base, just being an absolute nuisance. Midquin getting some shots on the top mid guy. But you know what? Envy, they're going to bag another, but I don't think anyone is in a position to pull that second flag. That's going to be GG, no regame, number 1.
Yeah, this game is over. Good job, OpTic Gaming. They win game number 1, but that last fire cap definitely going to give EnVyUs a little bit of hope, right? I mean, much better to lose game 1, 2-1 than to lose it 2-0, especially when you get that final flag cap. They won't be happy with the result, but they got that final flag cap on the board, and they showed signs of life in that final flag run. Obviously, Snipe Down had to get a little bit creative in the way he ran it, but the kills went in their favor, and even when they didn't, Envy still played that final flag very well. So that's going to give them confidence going forwards.
I mean, when we look at the kills though, Harry, 82 to Envy's 81, you know, they certainly wasn't outslayed. We'll see if the power weapons and pickups also tell the story. We'll bring the kill feed up in just a moment to show you which players were doing a hell of a lot of work. I'm seeing Lethal with 24 and 20. On the opposing side, not the best of stats. Well, I say that. It's only a couple of negatives here and there. 19 assists and 15 coming out of Pistola and Snipe Down, so good work. Snakebite, 15 and 23, not the usual stat line, but good God. 20 assists from that man. Talk about your team captain doing some work.
Yeah, not bad, right? I mean, I spoke about it in the car. Snakebite, one of those players who is always firing his gun. He's always shooting stuff, and that just goes to show it in terms of the damage dealt stat, as well as his assists and just his gameplay. I mean, you can watch it on his stream. The guy is always firing and always making sure he's putting the enemy team weak. Interesting stat about that game, EnVyUs actually had 5 out of the 6 camouflages. OpTic Gaming with just the 1. I believe it was Lethal we saw in the final 2 minutes, right? Which is interesting to see that Envy weren't really able to capitalize on those. I did notice a couple of times that OpTic Gaming were obviously keeping an eye on that camouflage, making sure they had a sight line on that, so they could constantly contest it. But I suppose we didn't really see too much flanking gameplay out of camouflage players on the EnVyUs side. I
mean, it wasn't fair enough. They did lose, but it wasn't a massive beating, and obviously they scraped that flag in at the end, so they managed to put one on the board, did Team Envy. And again, they weren't really outslayed, and they had power-up control, as you completely mentioned, Harry. So still, signs of life, but OpTic Gaming looking too strong in game number 1. We're going to be rolling into game number 2, which I believe is Plaza Team Slayer. Initial thoughts on this map and game type, Harry?
So the last time these two teams scrimmed, and I know a lot of people are going to be cringing right now because I'm bringing up scrim results in
Online, Harry.
Oh, guys, online,
mate.
scrims, bro. It doesn't matter. EnVyUs won that one. They won the last scrim 8-5. And they actually won the first 2 game types of this series. They won Fathom Capture the Flag 2-0 in that series. Obviously dropped it here against OpTic in this series, but Plaza Slayer actually went 50-45. So if you're a man who believes in scrim results, which not a lot of people do, I personally think it gives a decent indication into in terms of teams' weak game types. You'd have to say Envy have a chance in taking Plaza Slayer, but honestly, I'm not a betting man. I just wanna sit back and watch these two teams play because this is gonna be a fun series. Like GB said, man, it's the El Clasico of Halo. These two teams going at it every single event is always the highlight. It's a mouth-watering affair every single time.
El Clasico. I tell you what, Tiberius Audley will be triggered at that comment. The E-Clasico, or the eSports Classic, as we like to call this one. But, you know, it's something that we see, especially, mainly when it comes to console, you know.
I'm just triggering people today, man.
Yeah, is that your task of Sunday?
Trigger boy Halo.
In before Fider never returns to America again.
Yeah, I think, well, I've
Going
said some things. I said I haven't gone through puberty yesterday, so.
Well, now we're getting a bit weird.
Yeah.
Let's stop now.
I had a voice crack. Sometimes you gotta, you know, just address it, you know.
I dressed you this morning, to be fair. You are like a child.
Dude.
You are honestly like a child.
Hey,
but
Dave
you know
Walsh,
what? Enough.
Dave Walsh had his tie by you as well, so don't give me that.
Yeah, but you're too young and he's too old. It's like two
Like
different ends of the spectrum.
Benjamin Button syndrome.
OpTic Gaming, your number 1 seed overall coming into this tournament, taking on your number 2 seed team, EnVyUs. If you are just joining us, ladies and gentlemen at home, welcome to the stream. This, of course, is HCS Daytona. It's a pleasure to bring you all the Halo action all day long. Game number 2, Slayer on Plaza. First team to bag themselves 50 kills will be the victor, or when the time runs out, the team with the most kills will win. Most important part of this map, Harry, for you personally, what are you going to say?
Honestly, between these two teams, I think the sniper rifle is the most important piece on this map. Whoever can control that can really just put pressure on the enemy team and make sure they're just getting kills for their team. These untradeable kills. If you can hit headshots cross map and you can have your team supporting you in terms of trapping the enemy team in a certain location, so you can just pick them off from afar. It makes it so much easier for your team to stop building a lead, because the kills that you get with the sniper, there's no way the enemy team can trade them. So very, very safe kills to get with this sniper.
Well, we do have the spectator mode, so we'll hop on board with that. Frosty's got the sniper rifle in hand, and what better man, to utilize it. You kind of mentioned how important the sniper rifle was, Harry. You were speaking as if you actually knew what you were talking about, because we literally just saw Frosty and OpTic. They chased that sniper. They chased that Team EnVyUs member down. They took him down. They traversed it into their hands. Once again, I believe, even though he has gone down, yes, indeed, Royal 2 picks up the sniper. Can he get this no-scope? No, he cannot. 2 members collapsing on him. Manages to tag both players. Grenade comes in. Now we'll see that sniper rifle sit there. Snakebite with the grenade, gets the assist, and comes in to collect the kill as well. All of a sudden, Lethal comes up from behind. That's 2 more go down. They're going to blow the barrel. Sniper rifle, once again, still sits firmly in the hands of OpTic Gaming, but nobody on either team making use of it just yet.
A couple of missed shots from Royal 2, but honestly, I think those 2 no-scopes might have just completely shut down any chance EnVyUs had of grabbing that sniper. I mean, if Royal 2 doesn't hit those, they're easily pushing up, grabbing that sniper and going back to tramps. So very vital shots hit right there by Royal 2, and now Snakebite has the sniper, and more importantly, is still in the possession of OpTic Gaming. Overshield coming up soon, so watch for teams to fight around the kind of top blue, flowers, and tram area of the map to make sure they get sightlines on that overshield. But as I'm saying that, looks like a flank's coming in here from Team EnVyUs, and Mikwin's gone straight up the driveway, and looks like they're not going to wait for this overshield. They're going to make a play on it.
So the most important person here for me is, depending on what Royal 2 does, you saw him come straight from Cafe, and he's also got some support, and look at that. OpTic Gaming, they're just rotating around. Hook's like, no fam, I am out of here, but he needs to be careful because he's got Lethal right in front of him. Lethal in a fantastic position, completely went around the side of the map, came up from S1, and now all of a sudden, once again, the sniper rifle, it falls into the hands of Team EnVyUs, Harry. They're not able to make any use of it whatsoever.
Yeah, sniper's fallen into the hands of Lethal, and he's got the overshield as well. So this is kind of kind of a calamitous position for EnVyUs to be in, to be honest with you, because Lethal, he's got a mean shot on him, man, and when you give him an overshield, he's not gonna, he's not gonna choke. I hope.
I'll tell you what, that OS is. It's pretty much, he's got one kill from a play with no shield, but finally he gets some kills. Hook job. Absolutely no fear. Standing his ground. The OS is completely burnt from Lethal's back, and he's also forced out of Cafe. I'll tell you what, that man had nerves of steel. It takes a lot of guts to stand there and at least stand your ground. Finally, Hook doesn't go down, does get no scoped. And finally, Lethal's like, okay, you are dead, my little friend. Finally, stop being a nuisance and get off my ass. I can finally try and use this sniper rifle. One more bullet left in the chamber. Can he find a face? The scoreline is 18-15, Harry.
Question is, do we want to watch Lethal with the snipe, or do we want to watch Snakebite with the snipe? We're spoiled for choice right here from OpTic Gaming. Snipe down will take down Royal too, but don't worry, he didn't have a snipe, so OpTic's still in an okay position. They're up by 2. EnVyUs here, wonder whether or not they might just slow the game down, because in my opinion, they're in an okay position. They're only down by 2. If they make a play on the next overshield, which is coming up in around 40 or so seconds, they can still grab the overshield and make a push. But again, it looks like EnVyUs trying to coordinate a push and surprise OpTic Gaming before that overshield comes up by almost slowing the game down and then speeding it up once again. So I actually really like this out of Team EnVyUs right here.
I mean, they're still, both teams neck and neck here. 19-20, 8 minutes remaining. We are 4 minutes into this game. Only a 1-kill game, and I think it's going to be the storyline. Make that a 2 as Mick, when he will fall down at S1. A player from Team EnVyUs will follow up, though, to try and collect that call from that player that he did get weak. Hook's just going to back off for a second, stop sprinting, get those shields back, and try and get some information where players are. Gets called out, takes down Frosty. Now looking across as he makes his way up to pipes.
Overshield's coming up. It's actually up right now, I do believe, or someone is literally just about to grab it. It looked like it was Pistola about to grab that. I believe he actually burnt that one. So Overshield not a factor here for Team EnVyUs. They set up perfectly for it, but I believe it was Royal 2 who was able to shut Pistola down just as he was grabbing that one. So a little bit heartbreaking there for Team EnVyUs. They made a play on the Overshield. They were able to grab it, but it was burnt immediately as Royal 2 took Pistola's place off. He was already no shields.
All right then, Harry, this is a 2-kill game. We do have a Team EnVyUs listening, ready to rock and roll. They've tied it up 25-25. Mikwin also has a sniper rifle. It's dying on into the communication with Team EnVyUs, and listen how they're going to see this one out.
Loop already, 2 shots.
Let's not back people down, though, please.
I'm gonna die.
I have sniper. I don't want to back people
Watch
down.
my loop if you can.
Then they peek
They're
us.
gonna be above me.
nading
They're gonna be
it,
looking
I'm
above
nading
me.
it.
Watching your loop. Alright, you gotta run back down. You literally have to just run back to our side.
Understood.
Just run back to our side.
Alright.
They know that you're around there now.
Yeah, no.
Alright,
Last,
I just want
back
to.
up.
You got the BR? Okay, shit. 3 flowers! I'm about to
Yeah,
get
they're
pushed.
pushing out. They're pushing
Hold
out.
on, there's 3 in there.
They're back
Oh,
up.
he's weak.
And
What's
blue.
on? What's on blue?
They're in blue, 2 guys.
You should
One-
run
the other
closer.
guy's
There's a
Soda,
guy
BR,
top glass,
guy's
top
Soda.
glass, top
Watch out
glass.
for Soda. Watch for the Soda.
Top glass on me.
Glass right now.
Top
We
glass.
can rotate on glass, dude.
Okay,
I think
fair
that's
ramp.
what we should do.
And blue.
He knows I'm here. He knows I'm here.
That's what we should do.
Hotel?
Cafe
Hotel?
ramp, hotel.
Where are we
And
rotating?
no, not yet.
He's one shot
We-
cafe ramp. One shot cafe ramp.
Watch out.
One shot flowers.
Stay alive.
I can't get him. This guy's
Top
up. I
hill,
can't get him.
No help, Justin. No
He's
help.
pushing you, Eric.
Nice.
One shot on
Nice.
Luke.
Alright, well, those guys
This
top
guy
hill as well.
flowers. He's on you.
There's a guy
He's on
top
you. I
hill.
can't help you.
All right,
Yard B,
he's
can
2
yard
shots.
We gotta help Eric.
One shot.
He's nice.
Another one dip.
Don't peek.
He's snipes.
I got him.
Another one dip. Drop bottom
You
dome.
got
Bottom dome.
Oh my God, let's go.
New sniper.
Another one
Alright,
top glass.
alright.
Top
We
glass.
have
Two
Top
snipes.
glass.
We have 2 snipes.
He
Hey,
jumped
glass,
out
glass,
right. He jumped
yeah,
out
glass,
right.
yeah.
One of us
Yuki,
needs to
Yuki,
rotate.
Yuki,
Nice.
stay alive.
There's a bullshit down there.
Probably move.
I got double team. One shot Lyle. One shot Lyle.
Actually, no, hold on to it now. You gotta snipe.
Alright, we're getting.
They're gonna push
He's
Soda.
pushing Soda. Snakebite.
Middle
Pushing
right
Soda. Snakebite right now.
Hold on, I'm pushing.
I'm
He's
pushing.
pushing. Yo, S4.
And
S4.
top blue ramp.
Pushing S4 right now.
Top blue ramp as well.
Nice.
And top snipe. Top snipe. One shot.
Blue ramp, I'm
Top
bailing.
ramp.
He's
still.
absolute-
I'm watching
got
him.
him.
He's
Okay.
going. He's still
Okay.
top blue ramp. Still top blue
Okay.
ramp.
Oh, camo.
In
Or
blue,
OS
in
guys.
blue.
OS
Yep,
guys.
yep.
Going
Top
far.
hill, top hill.
Yeah, go for it.
Top hill.
I'm
Blue
on
top.
the driveway. I'm on driveway with a sniper. I'm watching.
In top blue ramp again.
All right then, guys, we come back into this one. You've seen Mikwin getting some nasty snipes. Pistola's also got one as well, Harry. Team EnVyUs, they have we left this conversation and they were 2 kills down. Now the 2 kills up. They've got 2 nasty power weapons in the hand. They're just going to make sure that they keep control of them.
Yeah, they do, and Hook actually picked up the overshield in this time as well, so they not only grabbed the sniper and started putting that to use in terms of getting kills, but also made a play on the power-up as they did the last time round as well, this time actually coming out with the overshield, and that's kind of what sprung this 2-kill lead, make it a 3 now, as Pistola will take down Lethal, and as long as EnVyUs keep on chugging like this, they're going to be in a good position.
I'll tell you what, though, one more bullet in the chamber. Let's see if he can find it. No, unfortunately, he cannot. So he will fall. But I think Pistola still may have a few bullets in the chamber. In fact, no, it's actually transitioned into Huke's hands. 3 more bullets, misses 1, misses 2, rather unfortunately. But the scoreline, Harry, is starting to creep up. 4:30 remaining on the clock, and here comes the push from Team EnVyUs. Ooh, love grenade there to snipe down, enjoy one.
Friendship grenade.
Yeah, friendship grenade, that's what you enjoy calling them. Checks gold. You got to be careful at gold area. Someone pokes out there on pipes, you're going to be in trouble. But now Huke sniped down. They're working as a unit. They're working together. They're pushing forward. Had plans today, but then Halo started streaming. Hashtag HCS. Twitch.tv/Halo. Looks like nothing is getting done now. Thank you very much. I think that's Bohemian Larson, I believe. Enjoy watching Halo at home. I certainly enjoy casting it because these two teams, first time playing on LAN with these new settings. The new settings are absolutely incredible. We're just going to see some awesome matches all day long. Thank you for sending that one in.
Ooh.
And thank you to everybody who's watching. 41-36. Make that 37 as Royal 2 bags himself a double kill. This is getting tasty, my friend.
Yeah, this is a very important push right here from OpTic Gaming because the Overshield's coming up very soon, and they need it in my opinion. They're down by 2 at the moment. You can see in the kill feed though, they're actually trying in the kills. The Overshield once again grabbed by Team EnVyUs. That's 3 in a row for them now, but Pistola shut down, and that's going to be heartbreaking for EnVyUs as OpTic Gaming. That push from Tram was absolutely perfect. They made a play on the Overshield, shut down Pistola, they grabbed the kills through the push, and now they're all tied up. They pretty much saved the game right there because if EnVyUs get that Overshield, all of a sudden they have Sniper, Overshield, they have map control, they have everything. So OpTic Gaming, they played that so well.
And there's only 3 minutes remaining, and we did see NB have the lead, and they had a very nice, comfortable lead, but unfortunately that cushion was ripped apart. Pistola takes out Snakebite. Nice kill from him. Extended to 2, make that 1 as Lethal finishes him off. So he sniped down with a noob combo. Doesn't find its target, but he does get some support from up on ramp. Looking at driveway straight across. One player will be calling out those 2, so they know exactly where he is. Miquin's calling for help as well. And look at this, Harry. Look who's got the sniper rifle. The man, the machine, Huke himself, just trying to find some targets, trying to rip some faces. Can he extend this lead even further and potentially get the win for Team EnVyUs?
Yeah, this is kind of what we were talking about, right? When you have the sniper in your hands, you want your team to try and funnel the enemy team into a certain area. You have an idea of where they're going to be, but you kind of want to know exactly kind of locations, right? You can see Huke here, not really too sure exactly where some of the OpTic members are going to be, but 2 kills there from Team EnVyUs. They're just 3 kills away now from tying up this series. Royal 2 will trade that one off, but Lethal's taken out as well. And now it's only 2 kills away from Team EnVyUs taking this game.
Yep, that's all they got to do. Goes for the no-scope. He's going to bail out the window. Doesn't get away with his life. That means that OpTic Gaming, they will be allowed to claw 1 back. Miquin's going to run away with this one. He's getting shot in the back, though. Make that 1 shot. That's 2. Still getting away with his life. 3, 4. All no shields, but he's managed to get across the map, and he's got his bodyguards with him. He stays alive. 1 more kill. Envy's going to be walking away with this one. Miquin hard scopes up. Doesn't find the body. We're looking across the map as well to find some oncoming engagements. And there you have it, Team EnVyUs. They claim victory in game number 2. Plaza TS 50-46. Both teams putting on a stellar performance, Harry.
Wow. So well played by Team EnVyUs. There was points in the game where OpTic Gaming has some great pushes, but EnVyUs in the end just outclassing them on that game type. For those who are wondering and question about scrim results, that Plaza Slayer was 50-45 in the scrim, and we just ended it 50-46. So, I'm just saying.
Hashtag. And of course, Halo Data have that man over there.
Oh, of course.
The guy's a beast.
Gotta give
that website is literally
shout out.
Incredible. We do get a lot of stats and statistics. This sounds, I mean, maybe I'm being a bit too over passive here, but that's not a stat line we usually see from that young man.
17 deaths. That's too many.
In a game of Slayer, it's obviously about the kills, but I remember years ago Puckett saying you've got to watch those deaths as well.
Yeah, you've got to watch those deaths. The golden rule is you don't want anything above 12 is unacceptable, right? Because 12 times 4 is 48. Obviously, 50 deaths means you lose the game. So anything more than 12, you're kind of eating into someone else's pile of deaths, if that is. In this case, it's Royal 2 because he's only got the 6. Not really too sure what was happening in his game, whether he was just playing it super smart and not challenging everything, or just chilling, kicking back. Like, hey, yeah, you guys go fight him. I'll be back here just watching. I'll be cheering you guys on. Don't worry.
I calculate the risk, but boy, am I bad at math. Envy claim victory, 50-46. Game number 2. We're rolling on into the Rig Stronghold. It's going to be your next matchup on screen. If you are just joining us, welcome along. OpTic Gaming taking on Team EnVyUs. Winner will advance to the grand finals, which of course will be a best of 7, just like every single game that you'll be seeing on your screens today. We've got 4 of them. We've got some fantastic Halo. We've got the world's best teams battling it out to be crowned UMG HCS Daytona champion. Of course, this is pretty much the first event of the new season, and we've got these new settings, and oh boy, are they good. Let's talk about some of the new settings really quickly on the rig, Harry. Obviously, we've got no automatics in play. We've got the new radar. We've obviously got the ammo being reduced on the scatter shot also. As well as the railgun. So both those kind of ammo reductions are made to prevent snowballing, right? When one team... Sorry to break you off, but on top of that as well, they've had the respawn timer doubled. Of course. So it really opens it up further to what you're saying. Yeah, so to prevent snowballing. And when one team gets a railgun and a scatter shot and can lock down long range from white corner in terms of like to nest and BR base, as well as close range in terms of those hallways around long haul, back rail and such, when one team gets both of those weapons and can put them into use in the ways I just described, it can really be tough to break. And with the excess ammo that was in those things, it was a little bit too overpowered. So I really like these changes that, you know, they kind of balanced it out, made them a little bit less powerful, but still useful, right? Still useful to fight over. Me personally, I really felt like sometimes when a team could lock it down on back rail, especially with that scatter shot, you would literally drop it, make your way over on back rail, and just count 10 seconds. You would just sit there, count 10 seconds, like, oh, I've got a weapon again. Come at me, boys. If you want a piece of this, I'll take it every day. Yeah, well, one of the best places to hold it as well is kind of back rail. I mean, you'll still see it these days. I mean, we saw Rhino put that kind of tactic into effect yesterday when he was just grabbing the scatter shot, sitting back rail, and just waiting for his basement stronghold to tick by. You can pretty much just drop down into basement, and then if you hit that scatter shot, you're going to at least take him down to no shields from any range in the basement stronghold. So almost a power position back rail with the scatter shot if you can get that in your possession. Looking forward to seeing what happens on this one. We saw yesterday EnVyUs putting on a show. I'll still never forget that snipe from Snipe Down on the BR. He just jumped up, hard scoped in, popped the kid in the face as he was coming out of long haul. It was absolutely disgusting, but when we look across the board, every single player on both of those teams knows how to use a sniper. Not only knows how to play Halo, but knows how to use a sniper rifle to the best of its ability. We are going to have one in play. We'll see what kind of damage it does. I'm seeing thumbs up from the admins. I'm seeing thumbs up from the players. So it looks like we are about to get this game number 3 underway. Remember, tweet the stream. Use the hashtag HCS. And if you do tweet both the stream and the hashtag as well, you're going to be entered into a draw to potentially win an Xbox One S. Man, isn't this just poised perfectly, though, for such a great series? We're tied up 1-1. It's a best of 7. We're in Daytona Beach. Do you think this could be the first time, new settings? Potentially the first and last game of today with these two teams? I think so. Yeah? I think it's going to be, I think so. Both these teams, in my opinion, are cut above the rest of the teams left in the competition. No disrespect to Splice and Liquid. But that's it now, you're just going to get hate mail. In my opinion, these two teams are the best teams in the world right now. All right, then, rock and roll. Tweet the stream. Use the hashtag HCS or hashtag HCS Daytona. Strongholds on the rig. First team to score 100 points will be the victor. Kicking things off, Royal 2's POV, OpTic Gaming. Yeah, so he's going to start off just trying to fight around this Tower 2 area. Very important place to push if you're red team at the start of this, because you can see both the railgun and the scatter shot. Looks like that's naturally going to go into the hands of blue team. They're definitely favored to grab the scatter shot off the start of this map, but Royal 2, again, allowing his team to grab the railgun by pushing that Tower 2, and he still kind of senses there might be an Envy player spawning here at BR base. And he's right, that's going to be sniped down, and that's the first kill right there. Fair enough, they don't have scoring right now, but OpTic Gaming with that first kill now have freedom to push. You know, it's just little things like that. I love watching OpTic's POV. I mean, you watch Royal 2, he saw Snipe Down, put a bullet in him, and then he just turns around because he trusts and knows that his teammate's going to get that kill. So I'll leave him be because my teammate's going to clean him out. However, as I'm saying this, Mikwin comes in with a double. I believe that maybe 3 members of OpTic Gaming going down, jumping up on the Batman ledge. He's got the scatter shot in his back pocket as well. But unfortunately, OpTic just too damn fast. Didn't get out of Whitehall quick enough, so he will lose that weapon. Hook, however, on the outskirts will have the railgun. You see Royal 2 back off, shoots the wall and hopes to try and get some sort of splash damage onto Lethal. Doesn't happen. I didn't see any hit markers anywhere. Lethal does get it that time though, so he's going to be calling out that one player. But great defense though. Even though he's over here just putting shots on, Snipe Down comes in, cleans house. So he pretty much helping them defend this from back here on rail.
A lot of people are going to be hating on Hook for those kind of missed railgun shots, and fair enough, the first one didn't come off, but he was buying time for his teammates and his spawners to come around. Like you said, Snipe Down came around and cleaned up his kill. It was, you know, fair enough, he doesn't get kills with the power weapon, but he deterred the enemy team, and that's all he needed to do in that particular situation. So very well played in my opinion there from Hook. Fair enough, didn't get the kills, but he did enough.
So that's what we've got to do. We've got to focus on the bigger picture here with these two teams, because fair enough, we can only watch and bring you the action from one POV, but especially at this level of Halo, it's what goes on in the rest of the map. It's what's going on in the background. It's the communication. It's the teamwork. It's watching the spawns. It's pushing the angles. And now with this new radar, more importantly, getting those flanks. You see OpTic Gaming making their way back. Slowly but surely, they're about to take the lead. Perfect kill. Royal 2 hits Mikwin. Good morning with the 4. Hook's down there as well. Does the same for him. At the moment, this man's shot is on point. What a way to start Championship Sunday.
Yeah, he's on fire. Royal 2 is one of the best aimers in the game for sure. And this is kind of what we were talking about. This stronghold right here, basement, if you don't have the scatter shot in your possession, you kind of have to assume the enemy team is going to have that, and it's going to be locking down that stronghold. You can put that into deadly use there in the basement stronghold, because it is so close quarters, and Royal 2 kind of identifies that and just uses the scatter shot to great effect. In fact, he's probably going to just skydive off the map right there.
A little bit unlucky, but it was a really good effort at least. You can see what he was attempting to do. Jump off, get out of the way of the bullet, and then ground pound back on. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. Snipe Down needs to be careful though. He's all tagged up, no shields whatsoever. Just seen 2 OpTic Gaming members go down below on underpass. He will also fall. Hook chasing this one player. It's going to be Snakebite. Oh, Snakebite though with the shots. Don't chase me, Sunshine. Get out of here. He will drop. Pistol is dead as well. So is Mikwin. At the moment, Curse of the Caster, Harry, everybody's dead on Team EnVyUs.
Yeah, I wanted to give him some love, but they're all dead, so we got to hop over to OpTic Gaming, and you got to say right now, Team EnVyUs, they're kind of in a bit of a trap right now, because Basement, they're only just grabbing it. Total control here for Team OpTic, and honestly, it looks like Nest is being taken here as well. So if EnVyUs can secure Basement, they're actually going to have some scoring going in their favor. So a bit of an overzealous push in the end there from OpTic Gaming, as they pretty much just surrendered control to Team EnVyUs.
Right, well, we are on board with Pistola, and you know what? They did initially have the lead, Harry, but they did go down. We saw OpTic get the triple cap. I want to hear what the communication's like in Team EnVyUs' comms right now, because you know, your backs are against the wall, you had the lead, but unfortunately it's slowly slipping away. So let's dive on into a listing with Team Envy.
That's really weak.
One shot mid hall.
That's
One shot connected
Camo
across with
39.
railgun. Can someone get reset?
Top row, top row.
I'll go for
Top
E.
row.
I'll place one as well.
Camo guys, camo's up, camo's up.
Real.
Yeah, they got it in
got it.
sewers, lethal.
33,
He got it
33.
33. He's in sewers weak. In sewers weak with camo.
Guys, one shot top rail. We need to kill this fucking guy.
Yeah, we do.
He's got top sniper. He's got top sniper with rail behind me, and then top
Six
rail.
with camo, I think, guys.
Camo's
top
on
rail.
me.
Jumped out of me. Top
Camo's
sniper
on me,
shot.
on BR.
Where?
Shot with scatter, top snipe, and then
He's
on
really
there.
weak on BR.
I got camo.
Camo's
I got
up,
one.
camo's up. Another one white corner, nading all.
Yeah,
All
snipe
side.
on
white
him,
hole.
trying to help you.
I gotta get out of here. This guy's snipe hole. I don't know where he went.
He's top stays.
They're going
They're
for
not-
nest.
they're not.
One shot white hall,
Captain
guys.
BR, I'm
We could
Captain
get
BR.
BR and then
We need to
rotate
just get some
barrels.
plays here.
Yeah, we're good, we're good. Take our time.
Try to go. Look out for the railgun.
Barrels right now. Frosty weak. One shot. He's. I killed
Sniper.
him.
Another one there.
Barrels
They're
are
both one shot, they're
Drop
both
in
one
the
shot.
basement.
Middle was
I'm
weak.
getting shot in the back. I'm not going.
2 barrels.
White hole weak.
One shot white hall.
I threw a nade there. Hit him with a nade. Hit him with a gun nade.
I got the
I
guy
got
white
killed.
hall.
This guy
Yeah,
NBR base.
yeah.
NBR base as well.
Yeah, yeah.
He's alone in BR base.
Yeah, I can't do
Minus
anything.
Let's go for
barrels.
this. Shit.
I need other barrels.
Barrels,
Barrels on me.
He's
You
weak.
can put
BR.
He's one shot, he's
They're
one
gonna
shot, he's
stop
one
BR,
shot.
Austin.
Nice.
Drop.
BR, guys.
Walking in.
You can't.
That's fine, we're
Push
getting
on
business,
bunker,
we're
push on
getting
bunker.
Alright.
Yeah, we're just getting rotated on though. We're
I know.
making plays and
I'm
they're
nading
just capping
you
the
too.
shit
I'm
behind
capping
us.
this. but-
Underpass
Underpass.
pushing. You just
Bottom
Underpass
rail, top
pushing.
rail. They're pushing.
I'm
They're
capping
gonna push
it.
barrels.
Push
They're
barrels.
gonna push barrels.
We're going to basement, we're going to basement. Open field.
Yep, bottom nest. And dropping up
Basement,
PJ.
basement.
In basement, Matt.
Stay alive. NBR,
D
NBR.
barrels.
No, still basement.
New rails.
Up 2 side. Nice, cap this together. Cap this
I
together.
roll.
I'm gonna go nest fast. I'm gonna go
I'm
nest
getting out.
fast.
White
Play
corner,
for
white
this rail.
corner.
Play for
One
this
corner
rail.
trenches.
10 seconds rail.
A couple on top of it.
Yeah.
Splinter's
Yeah,
two,
basement.
two.
Splinter's
Another top
basement.
engine.
Splinter's basement, TJ. He's gonna
Top
go
engine
basement
B.
maybe.
Get this new rail, Matt.
You want trenches.
Good shit. New rail's up.
I'm going. Yeah, you guys got it. Brian, I got enough. TJ, throw it off the field.
I'm gonna die. It's down right on the spawn if we can go back for it.
Good shot.
Damage 33.
I got that. Alright, they have rail. They have rail.
Holes in base.
Basement's one hit. Two basement.
33 camo, 10 seconds.
Catwalk with drill. Weak. Challenging. Literally walking out. Everyone can look at.
Another back.
33 camo in the spot. Brad, camo.
Got me
33.
connector here. Got me connector here.
Brad's going for camo.
Connector and
Nice.
flying McCat.
He's shooting me, guys. Underpass.
One fall back.
Yeah,
One fall
nice.
back.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright, yo, we can make it good.
Well, we went out of a listening with the triple cap in favour of OpTic Gaming. We come back in, kind of like the second one time. It keeps flipping itself on its head. Now we've got Team EnVyUs in the driving seat. Triple cap for themselves, going to bag themselves some nice points. They're now only down by 20, Harry. They're clawing this one back slowly but surely. What do they need to do in order to keep this lead?
To keep this lead, they just need to keep playing. I mean, that's all they need to do, pretty much. Because right now their rotations are on point. They're just reacting to everything that EnVyUs is doing and doing it perfectly. Right now, in my opinion, EnVyUs needs to get some power weapons under their control, because that seems to be the key difference in this game. OpTic Gaming has 8 power weapon kills compared to EnVyUs' just 1. So no real power weapon control out of Team EnVyUs on the rig so far, and they seem to be getting the strongholds right here. But you can see Lethal putting this scatter shot into use is so deadly. Like, you can see the player trying to push T2 right there. He wanted to advance and rotate round to that basement stronghold to try and put pressure on OpTic, but Lethal just shut him down straight away. So it's such a spanner in the plan for Team EnVyUs every single time.
I like how as well how he saw the player and he just kind of like dipped to the right a little bit behind the wall, so he didn't see him, you know, clambering up off that ledge, just getting out of the way. Little things and tips and tricks like that coming out of these two teams to try and avoid each other. Fantastic work from Lethal. But now that's going to move into Mikuin's hands. It will fire one, doesn't find his target. Grenade goes down. Now he's forced to back off because he's getting all tagged up. Snipe down though, you're watching the radar. You can see Snap down with a kill in the kill feed and another one as well. There's going to be a back-to-back double for him onto Lethal using that DMR. But now they're closing the gap, Harry. 77 to 81. There's potential here. It could swing either way.
Yeah, we were talking about Team EnVyUs grabbing a few more power weapons. That railgun in the hands of Hook for just a moment. We kind of need to see EnVyUs kind of pick that up, because to be honest with you, if they can get some kills with some power weapons, in my opinion, this game's going to be a lot easier for them. But Hook's grabbed himself the camouflage. That's going to help his team out for sure. But looks like railgun actually in the hands of Mikuin as well. So this is actually a perfect position for EnVyUs to try and win this game right at the death. But you can see in the score, 90 points for OpTic Gaming. They're just 10 away, but Hook's shot is just on fire. But honestly, Team EnVyUs, they need to go pretty soon, because this timer is ticking away, man. They're close to losing this game. 2 kills there from Mikuin's going to help things out. And honestly, if Hook can just grab that scatter shot, he has all the candy. He's got the camo, the scatter, and the rail. All they need is some strongholds. And you can see OpTic trying to rotate to that nest to steal that away from them and prevent them from winning this game. But right now, it looks like it's going to be all Team EnVyUs. OpTic Gaming need to take that nest to prevent this triple cap from happening.
4 dead! That's 4 though! I mean, they were getting something going. They've got the triple cap, and it's going to manage to at least get them serious time. But all 4 members of EnVyUs are going to be on the respawn. They need to get Snakebite out of here immediately. Can he get this kill? Great trade-off at least. They still keep that plot. But my God, Harry.
Oh,
that is heartbreaking.
3 down for OpTic Gaming as well, though. That's the thing. And this is 99 to 89. The
No,
game is not over yet.
Back in the
Friends,
game.
come on, please go back to the game. It's still going on, dude.
There we
Thank
go.
you very much. Oh my word, 92 to 99. EnVyUs still in this game. OpTic Gaming, they need the nest, and that will be the game. I think EnVyUs realized this, and that's going to be GG.
So heartbreaking, man. 94 to 100 points.
Jeez.
Wow. So let's kind of break that one down a little bit more. Obviously, Team EnVyUs, Harry, they grabbed that triple cap at the end. But within a second of grabbing it, all 4 bodies hit the floor.
They sacrificed themselves for that triple cap, and I guess they were obviously not banking on going 4 down, but kind of said, hey, even if we die for this triple cap, we'll be able to at least stop one off the respawn and still have a chance at winning this game. And unfortunately, it was kind of a weird ending to that game because we saw the triple from Envy, they all die, and then OpTic regained control, they all died, and then it was just a flip of control throughout the last 30 or so seconds of that game.
So we'll take a look at the kills. Still pretty even, I think. Definitely the Slayers in the hands of OpTic, 68 to 63 overall. 19-19 coming out of Frosty. Better stats this time round. Goes neutral, 22 and 11. Good God, Royal 2. Just give him the trophy now, my word. 22 and 19 out of Miquin, putting up some lovely stats. 16-21 out of Mr. Eric Rona at the bottom there with only 10 assists. Triple kill, though, as well, coming out of Miquin, doing some really good work on that map.
He most certainly was. A lot of people, you know, again, going to be hating on Slight Down for the those 21 deaths, but honestly, man, doesn't matter too much on objective game types how much you die as long as you come out with the win. Maybe if Snipdown had won a couple of his fights more or stayed alive in a couple of instances, sure, the game may have gone different, but at the end of the day, he was sacrificing every single death for the sake of his team. So it's hard to hate on a guy on an objective game mode who's dying a lot, and you know, it's not like he wasn't putting those deaths into use, right?
Yeah, totally. Coliseum, CTF, will be your fourth game type. This is going to, I mean, we've absolutely, you know, we've seen the drop, so we are going to see a game number 5 indefinitely. But Coliseum CTF, we need to speak about this one. Obviously, you got the rockets in play. You got the sniper in play. We don't have any of these silenced ARs or automatics anymore. We do have that Spanker rocket in, which, by the way, I absolutely love. I think it's a fantastic addition.
Big fan, yeah, big fan. Again, it's prevented kind of the snowbally nature of this map. Oftentimes in the past, if you grabbed the rocket launcher before, you were almost guaranteed a capture and guaranteed control of the map for at least the next 30 to 45 to even a minute in terms of map control. So with the Spanker, they move a little bit slower. You know, they're a little bit harder to use. You have to get up a little bit more close and personal to use them. I like the addition. Yeah, I think before with the Halo 5 rockets, they were just a little bit too powerful, and now you have to be a little bit more close range to use them, and that helps things out because it puts you in a bit more of a dangerous scenario. We saw in series in the past this weekend players going up a little bit too close and personal. Players from Liquid, I certainly remember almost having to sacrifice themselves just to get kills with the rockets, and that just almost nerfs them a little bit, makes them a little bit less brutal to play against. And they are still useful in terms of a power weapon. They can get you those kills, those important kills, and they're definitely rewarding teams who go and make plays for the rocket launcher, but definitely not as brutal on the other team.
They're a bit more, I think the best words can describe them in a nutshell, they're a bit more forgiving. You know, I think there's more chance to outmaneuver your enemy. You can thrust back, you can jump, you can try and avoid the rockets a little bit more, I find, personally.
Unforgiving.
Yes, excuse me. It's, you know, when you try and, before I was going up against, like, you know, the rocket launching, as you said, it can kind of get a little bit more snowbally. There's no way to get away from it. The splash damage on those H5 rockets, I like the H5 rockets. I think you know, they're nice, but for this map in particular, these definitely suit it a little bit more.
Yeah, the only other kind of change you really could have made to those rockets is maybe reduce the ammo size to just the 2 rockets. But I like the change. I think the Spanker rockets definitely suit this map. Obviously, we have the sniper on this map still too, but those are the things you want to be going for. Those capture the flags. That's what you want. You want to do that. You want to make sure you put the flags in the podiums and score your team some points, boys. That's what you want to do.
All right then, guys, let's get this one going. OpTic Gaming currently 2-1 versus Team EnVyUs, your number 1 and number 2 team in the world right now, going head-to-head in this best-of-7 winner bracket finals. Thank you very much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you with us today on Championship Sunday. My name is Sims. This person in the driving seat is with Mr. Wonderboy himself, and we're going to be guiding you through all the action until this best-of-7 does end. I'm hoping we get a Game 7. Everybody loves a Game 7. Things are going to be interesting. One-on-one battle goes down. We see Snakebite wins that up against Hook. Miquin, though, up on S3. We're going to see Royal 2 just wandering around. Base movement speed is disabled, so you won't see that on the radar, so it now allows people and allows players like Royal 2 just to creep around and be a sneaky little beaver. We'll see Lethal take out Miquin from that area as well. Snipe down in the kill feed will at least beat down Frosty. But Royal 2, man, he's still there. He's ready to call and collect. Takes out 1, and the flag's back in the base.
Yeah, most certainly is. Pistola did have the rockets. He still actually does. He's down here in bottom ground. grass here as well. We'll pick up one with the Spanker rocket right there, but we'll actually throw them off the map.
Interesting.
Interesting play. Obviously didn't want to surrender them to the other team, but
Yep.
Mikwin right here with map control. One thing we've seen lately out of teams on Coliseum is they've started to be more open to situational runs, right? Rather than just going the default snipe side every single time and trying to fashion snipe side flag runs. If you have fresh slays and you're blocking elbow like Hook is doing right here, sometimes teams love to run it down low, run it down that trench and just get it across the map as soon as possible. Interesting that EnVyUs here actually elected to go for the snipe side run, but honestly, it's looking like Pistolo's about to put this flag in here for Team EnVyUs.
Yeah, looks like it's going to work out. Does drop it for a second. In comes the thrust and bang, there you have it. 10 minutes remaining. Stealth cap comes in. Marrying a nice round of applause from the audience as Pistola will take Team EnVyUs 1-0 up in game number 4. One-on-one battle, he's going to win it. No, oh yeah, he is. I thought he'd actually got the beat down, but he didn't die. Will get the kill onto Lethal though, so Lethal hits the ground. Rockets come up, and Pistola, his time wants to go on a little bit of a tear. Fresh Rockets will use a Spartan charge, gets around the corner, and Harry, he's still alive. Transversing over to the snipe side. He does have 2 players with him, but he gets the call out. I'll be surprised if he wastes a bullet. There you go. Save the Rockets. He's got no shield. Whips out the Magnum. Textbook play.
Yeah, no reason to use a rocket in that kind of scenario. I was very surprised, as I said, that Team EnVyUs actually elected to run that flag through snipe side, even though they had Hook blocking those elbow spawns, but it still paid off for them. We again have Hook playing this kind of rocket side of the map, blocking these elbow spawns. Sniper's coming up in 15 seconds, so watch for Snipe Down with those rockets to try and secure his team that tower control. And Snipe Down, you can see in the kill feed with 2. We might have to swap over to his point of view soon, but he's going to go down. And both teams, both sets of players right here fighting over the sniper tower purely for that sniper coming up soon. That's going to be up right now. We'll see who grabs it. It looks like it's going to be someone on the Team EnVyUs side. It's going to be Snipe Down, I do believe, picking that one up off of the respawn.
Here we go. Oh! Good morning, Frosty. See you later, my friend. Team EnVyUs, 31 kills to OpTic's mere 16. With 2 rather, unfortunately. Eric Rona will stay alive. He's got a teammate to support him. You can see OpTic, they wanted him dead. Now he's going to eye up the elbow and eye up these people spawning in the back. And if there's a man on your team where you want to have the sniper rifle, it's this dude, because generally he doesn't miss.
I love watching this man play with this weapon, but Lethal with an airstrike right there just comes in, ends his life. So very, very important kill there from Lethal. About to be 4 down here though for Team EnVyUs. We'll see how quickly OpTic Gaming elects to push the EnVyUs base. Looks like they're not actually going to push this too aggressive. Allow them to spawn a little bit and just win the fight off of the spawn and try and get fresh slays. But Mikwin, that's going to be a cluster light from him. 2 with 1 nade. Lovely stuff. And he's already in position to grab the rockets. But Royal 2 with a snipe, and he's got 2 already. He goes down. Oh my word, this is so back and forth. This is crazy.
It's a little bit of a mess. We'll stick through Snakebite until his next death, but we do have an Envy listening ready to go. So once he dies, we'll transition into that one. Frosty though. Holy, that's 1, that's 2. Now they're going to pull a flag, checks the spawners in the back. Now he's going to make his way over to this corner side. Oh, a couple of snipes coming in. Oh, yep, he's going to get another kill. Down he goes, at least. There's only 1 more alive, though. As we move now across to Team EnVyUs, we'll actually dive on into the listen. I think I can hear the characters in the background. So let's jump into the listening with Team Envy.
Rockets are down there.
On the middle.
Okay. Rockets are down there.
One of the laundry.
Rockets are in grass.
Our maze absolute.
Rockets are in
Our
grass.
maze absolute.
Stay like this.
Yo, our window or something. Our window.
Got shots.
Kill me, but another one sniper.
And a rockets are window. Our rockets are window. I think he only has 1 left.
There's 3 on window.
He's out of rockets.
Why
They're running
they're
inside.
they're running into each other. Yeah, they're running into each
One
other.
shot, Frosty.
Flanking it?
He's going for it. He's absolute. I think you're gonna
No, no, cave, no, no, cave.
Cave. Kill him quick and push.
One shot cave.
Okay, that's
Another one pushed up grass or something.
I can't. I didn't. We never go to cave.
No, our
I
sniper.
have snipe. I have hope.
You're already at snipe already.
I got 1. No one there. 2 more there. 2 more snipe.
They're denated.
You lost alive.
One shot cave.
One shot in the cave. One shot.
Absolute cave. Absolute
I
cave.
can't get him.
Absolute. Yeah, I put a shot on.
He's 2 there. 2. Frosty as well. And
weak.
Lethal still 1. Lethal still 1.
No one's still here, isn't there?
Yeah. In the corner. Still absolute. He just got a shield back.
I'm pushing our window.
One shot.
Oh, someone else.
Nice.
Our maze, killing me. I died of maze.
Always looking. Top rockets on me. No help at rocks. I'm dead. Dead. Got him. Shots.
There we are. The top cat. And Kyler. They're maze. He's weak, really weak, Kyler. Their window as well.
RBR really weak. RBR really weak.
I'm still trying to play rockets, guys. There's 2 dead.
still there, Eric. RBR. Good shit.
Watch other fountain.
Another
guy
one.
top cat at me. Shooting me hard. I got top cat.
Weak top catwalk. And I'm getting shot in the corner.
Yeah.
The corner 2 shots, Snakebite. He's going.
No.
He's
He's
under the rocket couch. He was 2 shots.
Sniping our Siki.
Nice shot. Rockets and top Calic. He's just jumping up and down looking at you. There's two going to be looking at you. I have help in a second.
In our sneaky, sniping our sneaky.
I can't get
Pushing our sniper, pushing our sniper.
I'm watching it.
Our maze absolute, guys. Yeah, our maze absolute.
Sniping our sniper.
I'm bringing rockets back to you all. I'm dying with him. They're on you.
Still sniping our sniper ramp.
I'm gonna die though.
Rockets are flag, guys. Justin has rockets that are flag.
Still. I'm absolute. Alright, I'm about to push up. I'm just trying to live, but they're chasing me, Silver. They're chasing me bottom mid. Our Silver.
What's the guy sniping our
Watch
sniper?
out, absolute bottom mid. Absolute our maze. Absolute our maze right now. Sniper ramp right now. Sniper, watch out! Oh my god, stay alive, stay alive.
Top rockets.
Top rockets, yeah. Let's double team this guy.
I can't see him. I can't see him.
Stay alive. Absolute, dude.
What a double kill that was. A rocket from the God to get one in the cave and then tag up the second player with the Magnum and finish him off. Fantastic stuff as we move on to Hook's POV. Observer mode in play. Thank you very much, Mr. Wonderboy. Best observing skills, EU without question. One person diving inside cave, going to hard scope. That's going to be Royal 2 as he looks for people coming out of the back, standing in the back of the base. Hanging on. Oh, God. Just literally skims his face as the bullet goes whizzing by. Snack down though, look at that reverse. Just comes up behind him, helps him out. One player goes in. Teamwork, Archie. There we go, back to back. Can we get another? No, we cannot, but Snipe down and Hook. Credit where credit's due, working it as a solid unit there.
Teamwork makes the dream work. The duo just picking up 2 kills, and that's completely just changed Team EnVyUs' fortunes in this map. I mean, if they didn't get those 2 kills in a row right there, they would have OpTic Gaming members swarming all over their base. Fair enough, that's what's happening in the end anyway. But OpTic Gaming at the moment, don't forget they're 1-0 down in this game. And Team EnVyUs have been playing this very well. They've been playing this very scrappy. I mean, they are actually winning the slay against OpTic Gaming. They're outslaying them, and you can see Mikwin at the moment is just destroying people. Snakebite getting outshot by this man right now. He's having a great game.
Go on, do him. There's 2 more here. Unfortunately, one comes off the spawn. He will get taken down. Snakebite ends Mikwin's life, gets him out of the elbow. And I swear to God, if he picks up that carbine, you do need to get him down because he absolutely destroys people. Such a cracking aim, especially across the map as well. So accurate and so deadly. Lethal's POV right now on your screens. Cleans up one. Team takedown medal comes in, puts down a grenade, hoping to find some hit markers, get some information, but that play is not going to be there.
Yeah, this is more what I want to see out of OpTic Gaming. You saw as soon as they got those 2 kills, Lethal was flying towards this kind of cave area. Fair enough, he's gone down right there, but look at what's come of it. They're starting to make a flag run happen. Now look at the kill feed. 3 down there for Team EnVyUs. Mikwin, the last alive here for that team, and he's going to get 2. That honestly could save the flag right there for Team EnVyUs. Very important double from Mikwin. He's on fire this game in my opinion. He's definitely the MVP for Team EnVyUs so far.
I mean, fair enough, he died, but he just threw his body at him, and his shot were on point. He got 3 in the end. Pretty much single-handedly saved that flag.
Here we go.
But uh-oh, here we go, boys.
To your head.
Sniper rifle in hand, chilling down in the Royal 2, finds 1. Any person coming off the spawns also going to get a face full of lead. But look at where Royal 2 is. Interesting play because he's going to be obviously now blocking that spawn.
Yeah, and Frosty needs to sit here so he blocks these cave spawns, but he also needs to be very wary of these back base spawns because when you have a player pushing elbow like Royal 2 was right there, there you go. There's a player spawning back base, and it's very important as a sniper that you're aware of those players that can spawn there and making sure that you are rotating away. And Hook is just going to shut down Frosty immediately. That sniper really could have been dangerous for Team EnVyUs, but Hook getting that kill means they're going to survive another day.
Ola comes straight off the respawn and finds a guy just looking at him with a rocket. I believe he does. Yes, he does indeed as he goes down. Royal 2 sitting down in maze, helping his teammates, giving them support. They've only got 2 minutes. They need to get this flag moving if they want to draw things up. But EnVyUs, they have other plans. Getting messy. Someone gets stuck on the leg. I'm not entirely sure which it was actually Lethal. Mikwin with yet again another double kill, Harry. Mikwin been the saviour of this game. Every single time we see OpTic, they make a play, get the flag. This boy comes in and just shuts it down.
Yeah, Snipe down actually most kills in the game alongside Mikwin at the moment, but this man's making all the clutch kills happen. Mikwin is on fire, baby. 2 perfects in a row.
This is Mikwin at his finest. Absolutely ending Kid's life off the spawn. 1:30 remaining on the clock. Snipe down comes in with a double of his own. EnVyUs are going to run this one in. He's Lethal with a triple. Stops another flag going in. Gets the flag out, and now he's going to try and make something happen. That is a clutch stop.
That saves the game for OpTic. If they get a flag capture and force overtime, it's all down to this man. How does he make that happen? I thought for sure as soon as we swapped over to Snipedown's point of view, that was going to be 2-0 and pretty much the game, but somehow Lethal giving OpTic Gaming a lifeline. I think it's only fair that we stick with Snipedown off of the respawn.
They're going to get it. They're going to get it. 50 seconds left and OpTic Gaming tie this one up, Harry. We have got a game.
Lethal, the savior of OpTic Gaming.
Triple kill in 27. That is unbelievable.
Incredible.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure what happened because Snipedown looked like he kind of got stuck on that table area. He couldn't grab it in time.
Yeah, it was almost a bit of a fumble, and Snipedown will be watching that one back and be worried, but it looks like there's a flag on the move here for Team EnVyUs. I believe it's going to be Snipedown to pick it up, and it looks like if he could stay alive, he potentially could put this one in. It's going to be Hook, who's picked up a double, I believe, and that's going to be 2-1. 15 seconds left. Do OpTic have enough time? I don't think so.
I don't think so either, Harry, because they're on the defensive. Here comes Frosty. He knows he's pretty much all over. There's nothing else he could have done.
Go on, Hook, let him know, baby.
Oi! Makes a change when we actually see Frosty get in the bag for once in a while.
How it feel?
How does it feel, my friend? 2-2, ladies and gentlemen. We are all drawn up in this series. Team EnVyUs, they're going to take College CTF 2 caps to 1. What a game. What a wild, wild game. There was only 50 seconds left, and they still bag a flag to finish it off. But, I mean, clutch kills coming out of Miquin. Clutch kills coming out of Snipedown. But I tell you what, that triple kill from Lethal was insane.
Oh yeah, it was game saving, and it's a kind of miracle play because not only did he get the triple, he got the return too, and then started the flag run off and got the flag all the way to his own courtyard. So very, very clutch stuff. Interesting fact about that game actually, EnVyUs outslaying OpTic Gaming.
Almost hit the 100 bomb. 97 kills in total to OpTic Gaming's 88. Outslayed by 9, 27, 27, 26. A little bit of a negative coming out on Hook, but who cares when you win the game? Look at those statistics. Fantastic stuff. Frosty down at the bottom, but 20 assists still once again. 17 and 22 coming out of Lethal. 25-25 for Snakebite Royal 2. As usual, always going positive. The man is an absolute legend. 27, though, and 20 coming out of Miquin. Let's have a look at the damage done, see who was actually putting some serious statistics up. Oh, well.
Who else?
Well.
Who else?
4.2k with a 12.6k DA. Truth Team Slayer, Harry. We're now moving into the new version of Truth. We do have that TAC Magnum down bottom mid. We do not have any automatics, and we do not have the rifles on this map. Since we've lost the rifles, Harry, how do you feel that True Slayer plays?
I feel like it's more based on team movement and flying together and fighting together. I feel like before with the rifles, it was a little bit too easy as a team when you're doing these team fights and you're fighting these team fights together. If you have a rifle, you're almost guaranteed to win team fights 99% of the time. Now it's kind of about which team can hit more shots within these team fights, which teams can back down, bait and switch at the right times, and just have better teamwork and coordination. Those are the teams that are going to win the team fights instead of the team that has the upgraded weaponry. So I really like the new look Truth. I'm excited to see how this one plays. Wasn't this the game type, I do believe, that Team EnVyUs took off of OpTic Gaming to win 4 season finals, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this is going to be a fun one.
Amazing, amazing stuff. Well, the one thing we at least are going to be seeing, without questions, a Game 6. Boy, how cool would it be to see a Game 7 game number 1?
Pretty cool, I guess.
It would be very,
okay.
very, very
I'd be
cool.
okay with it.
I'll let it go.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I'll allow it, fam. I'll allow it. So, the bigger question is, can OpTic fire back? I mean, this is your world's #1 team at the end of the day. We ask these questions, but it's usually just business as ever for these 5 young gentlemen. Obviously, different coach in the background. You've got Wes Price, a.k.a. Clutch national champion. And, of course, he did coach them, to their 2016 World Championship. So he's been here. He's done this before. He coached Straight Ripon back at 4 season finals. At World Finals, The man sticks around. The man knows how to get, things done. No Royal 1 this time round. Personally, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. These two, between those two coaches, they know how things get done.
It's not a bad replacement, is it? Swapping out your main coach for one you've won a world championship with.
Your main world championship coach, swapping it out for your backup world championship coach.
It's not the worst swap in the world, but I don't know. obviously OpTic would prefer to have Royal 1, right? I mean, he's obviously going to be their go-to guy, but again, it's not the worst replacement.
I dare you to say that to his face.
I'm okay.
That man is like literally like a walking door.
If I can have it on set for backup, then maybe. But even still,
I'd still be worried.
Yeah. He's pretty big. He's a police officer as well, right?
He is.
Yeah.
Can you imagine him asking for your license and registration?
I'm
like,
not going anywhere.
Take my money, take my wallet, take everything,
Just
have my clothes as well.
Take my clothes, take everything.
When we speak about coaches, we look across at the other side on Team EnVyUs, Illuminite. For me, the man's an incredible player. The man is an absolute. If you ever watch his streams, he could literally play at this level also. Yeah. He's an absolute beast. And when you've got someone with that mentality as your fifth man, who knows the game inside and out, who plays it daily and plays it to a high level, I really do think he adds a lot to this Team EnVyUs roster.
Yeah, I think he does too. And he's very close to the players as well, right? He's very close to all these guys. He's constantly in communication with them, just hanging out with them, and obviously very friendly with all the guys. It's so important in high stress, high risk situations that you have a man in the back who can calm you down. A voice in the back that is just going to tell you to settle down and just a calming voice, a calming influence is what you need in those types of situations. And Alumni is definitely one of those guys, man. He's super chill, and he's always going to get you through. He's always going to get you through those tough situations, so you can count on him for sure.
So we'll see how this one gets underway. Players really quickly taking a bathroom break. That's why we do have a delay. Apologies for that. Obviously beyond our control. We want our players to be comfortable. We will be getting this one rocking and rolling. I believe we're moving into we have Sonic Slayer on Truth, which was already spoken about earlier. Any statistics from the previous times that these guys matched up? I don't think we actually have those to hand. We'll try and bring those up throughout the game. But all smiles around though on the EnVy. I like this. I like to see a happy EnVy, because when you see a down EnVy, it's a sad sight, man.
The man that was just on screen though, Miquin, is continuing his incredible performance. Do you remember the Halo World Championships? The man was on absolute fire from every single series that I watched of Team EnVyUs. It was Miquin making the plays for that team. He's continuing it here, man. I was watching him and had the opportunity to cast him yesterday as well. They've been playing so well, and Miquin has been playing well this weekend as well. And he seems to be loving the new settings. He seems to have almost been given a new lease of life. And as well as that man right there, it's so good to see him being able to flank round again. Being a sneaky beaver like the good old days is good. It's great to see again.
It is, and you kind of mentioned like. With Pistola, he's been here. He's done it. He's bought the T-shirt. The man's had many a T-shirt because he's been doing it from such a young age.
I remember. Sorry to cut you off. Back in the Halo 4 days, back when he used to stream.
We don't talk about them days.
Hey, this is back when Pistola used to stream. This is the ancient days. Okay. He used to show all his lanyards that he got from LAN events.
In the back, and all these
in the back, and it's like all these old school tournaments and all these just old school badges.
All the collectibles, doesn't he? All the cans. Yeah. He has all the cans that players or Halos featured on. He's got all the posters from various events.
Speak of the devil, he's just walking past.
Hello, there he is. Quick wave. Such a happy guy, the nicest guy in the world. I love him to absolute death. And he's kind of one for me where, and I like what you said. A few people have questioned, would the new settings, enhance Pistola? Would it just take him from being this wizard to potentially Gandalf God mode?
A squib.
Pardon?
Or would he would he turn into a squib? That's the question.
What's a squib?
What, you don't know what a squib is?
I don't. Should I know what a squib is?
Yeah. Do you like Harry Potter, dude?
I do.
Then you should know what a squib is.
I don't know what a squib is.
It's
explain, because you're wearing the Death for Hallows badge and you've got one on your wrist.
If you don't know, man, I'm not going to tell you.
Wow, I'm going to text Bravo right now. Tell me what a squib is, fam, because I do not know.
How about I text Bravo and tell him you don't know what a squib is, and then he'll never speak to you again.
He told me he doesn't like you.
Hey, he told me he likes me, so
no, he don't.
Who should I believe here?
Bro, you got a lightning bolt drawn on your head this morning. You didn't even know about it. You actually, this is legit. You saw the photos on Twitter. If any of the audience actually watched my Twitter, he actually legit did not know that he had that lightning bolt. He said the makeup artist just decided to say, "Oh, we're just going to trim this unibrow."
Oh, the thing is, she was like,
she was so good at it.
Dude, you've got a unibrow going on, and I was like, yeah, I suppose I could have. I haven't shaved between my eyebrows in a while. I mean, I don't want to be rocking a monobrow here, so. She was like, hey, I can take care of it for you if you want. I was like, no, go ahead. She draws a freaking lightning bolt there.
You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. Well,
What
you know,
did I
this is
do?
typically you banter right now. We've got these absolutely incredible replays going on. We're talking about Unibrows and Harry Potter. We are still waiting for some of the players just to get settled and to get rock and roll, guys, and we will carry on with this one. I want to once again, please accept my apology. We do want to get this underway as soon as possible, so we'll show you some of these replays. I hope they've got Lethal's trip. You see, that's the one that I spoke about there. So you kind of watch what Lethal did. He saw the player and just turned to the right, hide himself around the corner, pause for as many milliseconds as you possibly can before hitting the clamber button, go down, then drop back up. It's little things like that that you see coming out of these pro players. There's the micro movements, you know, and all these little minimal things that just abuse the system and just make them kind of separate them from your good player to your world championship player.
And it's all possible because of the new radar.
Yeah.
You know, those types of plays just weren't possible before because you moved a slight inch and boom, you're on the radar, someone's found you. That shot was insane.
Disgusting.
It was just so quick. But yeah, it's just the amount of things that are possible with this new radar, the flanking capabilities. Obviously, these players are all going to be calling out each other's movements anyway, so we won't see too many incredible flanks, but that double again from the Wizard.
How did he get that round?
It's crazy. He's a wizard, man. He can bend bullets.
I didn't realize Mick had no shield at that point.
Oh yeah.
That's that's madness.
Are you surprised? Come on.
No,
dude.
not at all.
Miquin's a god. Look at this.
Especially when you give him a cab.
Look at this. That's one. Were you all perfect? Okay, no problem.
Tell you what.
Hold on.
Where's your brother?
Yeah.
Oh, he's downstairs. We'll have him as well.
Yeah, he got him after that.
So we probably will see the Lethal triple. At least we hope we do. Because I want to kind of know how it came in. I was watching the kill feed at the time. So we're getting close to that area. Oh no, we don't get it, unfortunately. But you know what? It does look like we're going to get some gameplay action. The players
we've got ourselves an Ola.
Returning to their chairs. And here we go. Miquin, Pistola, sniped down, EnVyUs, your second seed overall coming into this event.
Don't
it
say
is,
that.
of course, Team Pardon?
Don't say Huke.
What is it?
It's Hook.
It's Huke.
It's Hook.
Excuse me. I'm older. You're my son. You learn.
It's definitely Hook. I've been told because I've been like, yeah, it's Huke, dude. It's Huke. No, it's Hook.
Surely that would be H.
Because it's Hook. It's Hook Skywalker. Can't be Huke Skywalker.
I just,
yeah. See.
See, we're actually doing something really professional. Then you completely threw me.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Learn, son.
I'm just trying to keep these people entertained by learning some gamer tags.
Well,
you're going to learn today. This is an educational.
You're
stream.
going to learn today, boy. Well, I tell you what. Here we go. Game number 5 is about to get underway. Let's bring ourselves up to speed on how we managed to land here. OpTic Gaming took the first map of the day, Fathom CTF 2-1. Team EnVyUs took game 2, Plaza Slayer 50-46. We moved into the rig, and that was a wild one. It ended up going in OpTic Gaming's favor towards the end, 100 points to 94 on Strongholds. And then the matchup you just saw on your screens, Team EnVyUs, they called and they collected 2-1 on Coliseum CTF. Another wild game, outslaying OpTic Gaming by about 11 kills. This safely arrives us at Truth Team Slayer. So, you spoke about the map, Harry. How do you think between these two teams, give me a prediction, how do you think this is going to land down?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. Because what I've seen from OpTic Gaming on the past, sometimes on this map, they play it super well. You know, they lock spawns perfectly, they predict spawns perfectly, and they collapse on those spawns just very aggressively. And then some other times they've just seemed a step off of the pace. And if EnVyUs can catch OpTic on one of those days and just really ruffle their feathers early on, I honestly think OpTic Gaming could be in danger of going down 3-2 in this series.
It'd be a wild scene. It would be a very, very wild scene. But saying that, you know, we saw a game 5 coming out of Team Liquid yesterday. Liquid pushed them back. It's, you know, they've kind of shown that other teams can perform at this level. Other teams are stepping up to OpTic Gaming to play it. They've been kings under the mountain for a while, but there's a reason that they've been kings under the mountain, and that's because they are the best in the business. OpTic Gaming gets stuff done. Here we go then, guys. The fist bumps are alive. The server has just kicked up. Truth Team Slayer, first team to bag themselves 50 kills, will win. You can see on screen there the new tac mag hanging down bottom mid. You got the camo in its usual position as ever. And of course, no rifles, no automatics, new radar, no sword as well. We've not actually mentioned no sword on this map. You got the plasma pistol instead.
Yeah, no sword, and That's quite a big removal, to be honest with you. We're going to start this one off with Frosty though, and I did say OpTic Gaming, sometimes they're, you know, really vigilant in terms of collapsing on players, and right now it looks like the start of this game is certainly feeding towards that 4-0, the perfect start for OpTic Gaming, and honestly, wouldn't be surprised to see Frosty whipping out some feedback soon in this game.
Yeah, they want to get a little bit of revenge for the previous one. We had a taste of his own medicine from Hook Frosty. Wandering around, pea shooter in hand. Finally, Team EnVyUs, they get 1 kill on the board. You know, still, I think we're 40 seconds into the game, Harry, and only just 6 kills in. I think this could be quite a slow one, personally.
Yeah, OpTic Gaming there actually kind of almost missed an opportunity to lock EnVyUs out of the base. Oh, they just get stuck in the floor right there for Frosty, but we had EnVyUs all kind of trapped at Carbine side, and when you're trapped without a base on this game type, it's very tough to get yourselves back into it. It looks like at the moment it's Royal 2 picking up a kill, and OpTic Gaming with Blue at the moment can flank around to Carbine and try and take some of these EnVyUs players down. You can see Hook's already weak, but Snipe down with 2 right there for Team EnVyUs. That's going to help them out for sure, and that's actually going to give them a tied game right here.
Right, we'll stick with Snipe down until the death screen, but you guys listen to our voices for quite a while. We do have an OpTic Gaming listening ready to rock and roll. Let's switch on over to OG and have a listen in to the team comms as they lead the charge now 9-7.
P-Day push us, P-Day push us. People car on P2, another P2.
Did you not hear me?
Oh, Brad, there was a guy facing the clouds.
Car one,
P2 or car 2. Half up car cuts.
Bubble, bubble.
Oh, there's 2 here. Ola's in bubble. That Ola slide.
Yo, car one, going for red. Red car, one shot, Hugh. P2. Give me a sec, give me a sec.
What time's camo?
44, guys.
A lot of mid. Car 1. One shot car 1.
Nice, 3 again.
44. Who's going for K?
Watch what Eli. 5 shots.
They know what time it is. They're going to be looking.
Yo, one in tunnel,
Come red, come red. We gotta come red. Say on, guys.
Matt has game.
Come
Play around
car,
Matt.
come car with me, Matt.
Under blue.
Blue window as well.
Man,
Blue car cuts.
Yeah,
Out in the open, blue car cuts. Out in the open.
Yeah.
Blue car cuts.
I died with P3.
You guys push one side, Pigeon one side.
Top car.
One hit. The
Same
other
bubble,
one's
bubble.
P-shoot. Car 1.
We bubble absolute and car 1. One blue bubble.
I'm out of ammo.
Okay,
Car 1.
P2 really. Well, absolute blue bubble. One blue
I'm
bubble.
gonna push him.
One right, Pigeon.
I got two days. Okay, I got bubble guy.
Push blue.
Yeah, one's out. Pigeon one.
That's pushing.
Austin! Eli with PJ?
I got him. Comes up.
I'm looking blue.
There's one hit up there. Finish me.
Car 2 all weak. I got 2 in him.
I can push blue bubble.
Car 2.
Well, looks like Frosty's woke up. That shot over into bubble was absolutely disgusting. Follows it up with the hot 5 as well. And now OpTic are starting to really open up here on Team EnVyUs. Nice score gap and a little bit of a lead here. They take it to 22-14, 8:40 remaining on the clock. Royal 2 in the kill feed, picking up a double. Frosty goes steaming out, grenade goes down. Any hit mark is found. No, they're not, so at least he knows that his ramp is clear, Harry.
Yeah, and I said before, this is you know, one of those game types where sometimes OpTic turn up, sometimes they don't. They look pretty strong on this game type at the moment, and it's really unfortunate here for Team EnVyUs. Oh my word, Frosty, the backsmack doesn't come off for him. That's a shame. Team EnVyUs at the moment, they're down by 8, and this next camouflage for me, in my opinion, is going to be absolutely vital. I mean, they're down by 8 at this current moment in time, and they need to make sure they fight around this area and make sure they grab the power up, because then from there on they can start moving and flanking towards the OpTic Gaming members and start taking them down and start chipping away this kill lead they have. And use the camouflage player either as a distraction or use him as the main weapon to get those kills to get you back in this game.
No fear from Pistola. He will at least stand his ground for a little bit. Finds another one up top mid. Turns around. Royal 2's there. He was shooting it earlier on. But you can hear in the background, enemy closing in on victory. They've hit the 25-point mark. Still, though, we're down to 4, though, Harry. You know, they've cut the deficit in half here for Team EnVyUs. Lethal over in the bubble. He's got no support as Miquin does fall right before his eyes. He's also got no grenades to challenge this one. He's calling Hugh for some support as he looks on in the bubble. The lunge of the gods just comes out of nowhere. Lethal's no shield. Needs to be careful. He's going to get boxed in. Pistola will drop down, though. Snipe down at least answers back with 1. As soon as he does, he also gets taken out himself by Royal 2. Trade-off here for Hook. Oh, here we go. There's the disrespect. And now it just begins. Shaking his head as well. Don't challenge me and don't teabag me, fam, just like you did in the previous game. Because now you're down by 6 kills. Hook jumps up into the window, gets tagged up. 1, 2 members of EnVyUs. They will drop. Frosty hard scoping in. Make that 3 last guy alive inside this space. Here comes the collapse, Harry.
Yeah, here comes the collapse, and this is going to be a bit of a problem here for Team EnVyUs, because you can see on the Spartan IDs right there, you can see on the service tag there, the Team OpTic players are just kind of pushing in, and the Team EnVyUs players are getting collapsed upon. Royal 2 here up on pink 3. This is going to give him bounces of fight advantage on Hook right there. He will have help from Slide Down though. He's going to help him out, and now we can start to see Team EnVyUs flooding towards the OpTic gaming base. They know, hey, we've got blue, which means OpTic's going to have red. They're going to have red and at least one of the towers. So let's start pushing forward. Let's start putting pressure on players, trying to push out of the base and make things a lot harder on them and chip away at this 9-point lead. But right now they need to start watching their deaths. This kind of 40-point mark for OpTic is where they're going to start, you know, watching their own deaths, because, you know, they don't want to give this game away to Team EnVyUs. So Team EnVyUs need to do the same thing. They need to make sure they're not giving away any silly deaths where they don't have to, and make sure they're always within a teammate's touching distance to make sure they're able to trade kills off right here.
9 kills down. Teamwork makes the dream work. Let's dive on into a listening and switch on the observer mode with Team EnVyUs.
Go for this though.
Top center as well, and bottom middle, top and bottom middle.
Street.
Bottom mid up soup, bottom mid up soup.
I can't go for this. What are they doing?
They're going pink I'm in, jumping.
Red window, watch out, take
Camo,
fight.
guys.
Yeah, just see there.
Right
He
now.
died.
Aren't gonna be able to do anything. I'm watching it. They push. I'm shot to the camo guys. Watch out for 1 actually. 2 shots actually.
2 there.
Camo's one shot.
Camo's one shot.
I got
Get him, dude. He's one shot, lethal.
Back right out, back blue up soup.
There's 2 here. I'm here with you.
He's on the toilet.
By yourself over there.
Lethal's here.
Roll 2's weak on the pink.
Eric's behind you.
Camo,
Eric's
pink
behind you,
attic.
Kyler. He's watching.
He's one shot. Damn, he got me. He's weak in the pink attic. All over blue.
Yo, pushing out cart. Now I'm dead. This tank goes up soup, car 2. Car 2 up soup. He's on the side, on the side.
Right now, bottom blue. Bottom blue still. Camo. There's 3 on Justin.
I can't help you. All over the card as well.
Infrared or
And
car
bottom
one?
car.
One shot blue pink. Royal 2.
He's on the Eli. R1 one shot. R1 one shot. Challenging absolute. There's no camo's going to midfield me.
And unfortunately, things didn't get any better. We're now only 2 kills away from seeing EnVyUs fall in game number 5. 2 kills come up in the kill feed, and look at this. OpTic are just pushing in, and there's the defeat on screen. OpTic once again take control of the car as they take the lead and try and head on in to the win and see this series out. 3-2 current series score. OpTic Gaming, though, you know, it was a couple of uncomfortable moments here and there. It got to around about the 30 mark, as we kind of see this generally in Halo, and that's when things really begin to open up.
Yeah, that was a dominating display really there from OpTic Gaming on that game type. You know, EnVyUs really didn't seem like they had a foothold at all during that game. I mean, just check out the assists across the board. Lethal, the only one not to drop double digits, but Frosty with 16 assists. We saw him up on pink 3, and the shot he was able to hit like cross map onto the guy in bubble.
Gap.
Fair enough, the guy was literally 1 bullet, but geez, man, that's a tough shot to hit, and he hit it first time. Flying colors, man.
Look at your team captain, though. When your captain's ill and he's dropping those kind of figures, what's the KDA on that one? Let's have a look at the damage done also. 10 headshots, 14.0, 2.2k damage done. Royal 2, the only one hitting under 2k across the board, but that doesn't matter.
See, EnVyUs only having 32 kills, but still hanging around the 2k damage mark says to me they're taking a lot of individual fights and taking team fights, but not finishing the kills, right? You're putting the damage down, but OpTic Gaming members are staying alive. So that's something that EnVy have to work on in the future, making sure they're finishing their kills.
One stat that I do miss from back in the Halo 2 days is when you can see how many shots have been fired, and you know, you can have a look and see who's pre-firing, because everyone on OpTic below 50% accuracy. People over on EnVyUs side, everyone above 50, some even above 60. So more bullets should, in theory, be hitting the target when it comes from Team EnVyUs. But then again, the scoreline doesn't say that. OpTic Gaming, Clear House, they take game at number 5, 50-32. Now we work our way back to Plaza, this time for an objective. Last time it was Slayer, it was EnVyUs who came out on top 50-46. The last time we played a Strongholds, it was a very close matchup. You can see the game after that. OpTic Gaming closed it out 100 points to 94. Plaza Strongholds, your next matchup on screen for game number 6. Will we see a game number 7? Or will we see EnVyUs falling down to the loser bracket? Remember, the winner of this advances to your grand finals. This is a best of 7. We are playing best of 7s all day long, baby. We got 4 matchups on Championship Sunday. We got 4 of the world's best teams going head-to-head to be crowned on the new settings, your UMG champions. Remember, tweet the stream, use the hashtag HCS or HCS Daytona, but you must use HCS if you want to be in it to win it. We're giving away a white Xbox One S. All you got to do, tweet the stream, use the hashtag. You can also tweet beam.pro/Halo, and we'll get you into that draw. We also want to get your predictions. Tweet at HCS. Let us know who you think is going to be claiming victory. Just make sure you use that hashtag HCS. I believe we could potentially be getting a couple of stats pulled up in just a second to show how this one went down the last time these two teams met up specifically on this map. But if we look kind of what happened previously, and as we look now across the board, if there's one thing I generally see at EnVyUs when they lose a map, when you look at OpTic, it's business as usual. Whether they win or lose, everyone looks super focused and super just engaged. But when you look at pretty much any other team, if they win, it's all jokes and smiles. But if they lose, they look a bit depressed on camera.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of thing happens. You need to obviously make sure it doesn't happen, but OpTic are just the consummate professionals, aren't they? Whether they win, whether they lose, they're just always talking about how they can improve. I mean, we watch it on Snakebite's stream, on any OpTic stream. Yeah. After the game, win or lose, they're constantly talking about what they could have done better, and that's what makes them world champs, 2-time world champs.
I think the best way to kind of describe this roster, they don't get out of control until the job's done. They wait until the win's in the bag, the game's over and done with, and then you see the fist bumps. Then you see the happy OpTic gaming that is below what you see on camera. But less about that, more about this. Strongholds on the Plaza. First team to bag 100 points will be your victor. Let's see who comes out on top as we move into Game 6. Will EnVyUs be dropping down to the loser? Will we be going to a Game 7? We all want to see that Game 7. We'll go back to the game. Quick look at the series layout. The match is underway. Let's rock and roll with Royal 2.
If you're a Team EnVyUs fan and you actually care about scrim stats, they actually took this game off OpTic Gaming last time they played 100-82. So definitely a game type that Envy can have some confidence in going into this one. They absolutely need to win it to force a Game 7.
Finally, it does go down. Midquin, using that middle pylon to the best of his advantage, will stay alive for a little bit longer, but unfortunately, he's not going to do pretty much use. We see OpTic Gaming, they just flood into bottom mid. They reset it, and they also take the plot into their hands. But coming off the respawn down on Loop, we see Hook. He comes around the corner, and now they're going to tag up Yard. Team EnVyUs, though, they can't get a hold of Nest, as we see. They believe that's Frosty who will clean up Nest, and now OpTic, they're in the driver's seat.
I love what Royal 2 is doing right there, just peeking through the window and just creeping up on Pistola. That was so perfectly played, just using that window to his advantage. Ola had absolutely no idea, and that's going to stunt any push out of Yard that Envy had planned, because Royal 2 has taken down Pistola, and now he's in a prime position to push into Yard and flank in and push for this triple as well. This is something OpTic did a couple of days ago, actually, that I wasn't a massive fan of, pushing it a little bit too aggressively and prematurely to that Yard. Honestly, sometimes even when they get the slays in Yard, they push a little bit too hard and allow teams to spawn out on Snipe Lift. That's something that I'm very critical of, actually, of OpTic's gameplay on this map, but they seem to have made it work this time round, and they're maintaining control 17-0 at the moment, but just watch for that in the future. Sometimes OpTic a little bit too aggressive on that Yard.
I mean, it seems to be working from at the moment, as we do see them about to approach 20 points on the board. 20-point run comes in, still at 0 in the hands of Team EnVyUs, but here comes the flood. 1-2 members of OpTic Gaming, the push to the triple. You know what, EnVyUs, they want to... Look at the fadeaway. Look at that fadeaway.
yeah, this is what we're talking about, though. They are pushing for this yard. But again, look, the nest has been captured by Team EnVyUs. I mean, fair enough, they get the yard and bottom middle, but look at the kill feed. EnVyUs now have the nest stronghold. Surely will be spawning at snipe lift and have 2 fresh slays as well. So as long as OpTic can reslay here and regain bottom middle, this is what we're talking about. OpTic Gaming there, pushing a little bit too aggressively for that yard. They want that triple cap, they want to bleed out teams, but I think teams are starting to suss them out a little bit. And as a result, EnVyUs, they snuck around the back, got the nest, got snipe lift spawns, and got bottom middle. But OpTic have now regained control. They just need to watch that in the future, being a little bit too aggressive prematurely on yard.
But the Slays are well and truly in the hands of OpTic Gaming. They're currently on 13. Team EnVyUs are currently only on 5. And they're even potential to get a goosey drop this board at this moment in time. 35 points to 6. OpTic Gaming, unless EnVyUs gets a hold of it, they are going to be running it away with this one. Look at the pre-fire coming out of Snakebite, just drilling that rampway, making sure nobody comes up posters, and if they do, they're going to get a face full of lead as they walk on in. Will jump down, lands on the outskirts, one person's forced back on the 5. You kind of mentioned like pushing for that triple cap. At the moment, they don't really need to do it. They just need to keep Team EnVyUs locked back and just slay all day, baby.
Yeah, I still like the idea of going for the triple. It's just about keeping a man back at that nest and making sure those snipe lift spawns are blocked and making sure they're spawning in at least blue or tram. But you can see right here, again, they're going for this triple, and once again, it's a Team EnVyUs member taking the nest. So whether this is by design from OpTic Gaming, allowing the enemy team to grab the nest, I'm not too sure. But at the moment, it looks like the same thing's happening again. They're letting EnVyUs players get out, grab that nest, and now they're getting them favorable spawns. I'm not too sure about this gameplay here from OpTic.
Pistola even. We want Miquid field. Pistola will drop down, finds one, finds a second, but unfortunately it's Royal 2 with the BR drills him. He hits the floor. Now he's going to move up into nest. Tags it up once, tags it up twice. Nobody's there. He definitely knew somebody was there. Goes for the reverse ground pound. Unfortunately, doesn't. He does. He gets a trade off as his teammate gets a grenade in as well. Nice trade there. Good kill. We'll see 2 of them. They push inside the hill together. They're going to try and revert this one back into OpTic's hand. The grenade comes in thick and fast. They're going to do it. And that, once again, Harry, is triple cap in full swing.
Okay, so that actually leads me to believe that that's by design by OpTic Gaming, allowing Team EnVyUs to push out and almost use that nest stronghold as bait and just, you know, basically playing retake on it. And it's allowed them to get a triple cap and a lot of points in that kind of moment in time right there. 7:20 left on the clock, 79 to 7. EnVyUs, they need to start stringing some strongholds together soon, but right now, Snakebite, honestly, on fire in this game. He just seems to be grabbing so many kills left, right, and center, man. I love watching this guy's point of view.
Smash and grab, PJ, Snakebite, Dadbite, whatever you want to call it. The man is the man is dead. Yeah,
the man's dead.
The man, unfortunately, is dead. Who comes in with the shotgun, just absolutely lights his ass up. He goes down, bottom mid. They need to make something happen now before OpTic hit 90 points on the board. They are well and truly running away with this one. They're getting some kills, though. There's the double. One person left above him, but he's going to unfortunately die also. One-on-one battle for bottom mid. Pistola's left on his own. Dadbite comes in, cleans up 2. Unfortunately, this is a mountain. This is Everest right now here for Team EnVyUs. They've got to move now. They've got to make something happen. 2 kills in the kill feed. Can they find the 3rd? No, they cannot. Pistola goes down. He gets taken out. Snipe down also. At least once back for Royal 2. Hook gets taken out. Miquid takes out Frosty. It's a complete and utter mess.
Oh my.
And there you have it. Lethal once again cleans house. Makes sure bottom mid stays in the hands of OpTic Gaming. OGG, my friends. They take the series for 2-2.
Very, very well played by OpTic Gaming that series. And they will clean house 4-2. Very nice stuff. They will sweep aside EnVyUs, answer a lot of people's questions whether or not the result would be the same on the new settings, and we have the answer. Number 1, the question is, can they finish the tournament in the same fashion as well? Very well played, actually, on Plaza Strongholds. Again, I questioned the gameplay and the game plan from OpTic Gaming, but I mean, when you look at the score, 100-8 against Team EnVyUs, I mean, you can't really question it, right? I mean, I'm almost certain that gameplay to leave the nest and just almost use it as bait for spawners to try and grab it played out perfectly. It played perfectly for OpTic Gaming, and they made it work, and 100-8 is a commanding scoreline.
And when you've got your dad once again leading the charge with those kind of stat lines,
Dadbite.
17-6. Take a look at the KD on that one once again, because I bet his damage is ridiculously high. We'll just flip it across. In fact, no, I'm actually talking a lot of crap, to be honest with you.
Frosty.
The man.
2.2K.
What were the assists on Frosty also? Was he just kind of hammering it?
He was just shooting everything, dude.
13 coming out of lethal, but 17-6. That is nasty. OpTic as well with 2 perfect kills in the bag. The only 2 of the game, actually, both coming out of Frosty. Let's have a look at some of the percentages. Once again, you know, the accuracy in the hands of EnVyUs, but unfortunately it just didn't go their way. OpTic Gaming, they take the best of 7 and they advance to your grand final. And honestly, who wouldn't have had it any other way? It would have been a shock and surprise if they managed to go down to the loser bracket. But unfortunately, we now start the ball rolling of elimination matches, Harry. We've got 2 teams to send home. We've got Splice, we've got Liquid, and now joining them down on 1 life remaining is going to be Team EnVyUs. They advance to the loser bracket. They fall. 2 of those teams have got to go home. It's rough, man. I mean, a lot of people will be saying, well, we'll probably see these 2 match up again in the grand finals, but anything can happen. Anything can happen. We've got new settings, but I kind of want to say, like, people saying, oh, you know, they're going to get better, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. They've got to remember, just because they've got better doesn't mean OpTic's got worse. They are still as good as ever.
You think OpTic Gaming isn't getting better every single damn day? That's why they're the best in the world.
Simple as that.
God damn.
Simple
Come
as
on, guys.
that. They're happily going to take on any challenge whatsoever. In just a second, we'll be throwing it back to the analyst desk. We'll get some more further breakdown. But, yeah, overall, fantastic game, fantastic series. Few simple mistakes here coming out of EnVyUs, but you can definitely see there's the signs of greatness. There is the greatness in there. There is that world-class team, and unfortunately, I think it's just safe to say outclassed by OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, especially on those last 2 game types in particular. Almost feels like Envy kind of ran out of steam towards those last 2, right? I mean, after losing Truth Slayer so kind of, well, not badly. I mean, it wasn't a great scoreline. They got pretty much dominated by OpTic. After losing that and then to go into a Plaza Strongholds where you know OpTic is a very, very good team on that game type. I mean, it's so tough to have confidence going into that kind of game where you've just lost a Truth Slayer so badly.
Well, enough from myself and Wonderboy. I've got to say, Harry, it's been an absolute pleasure to cast with you, brother.
It's been a pleasure, man. Shame I'm ill, but you know what? We worked through it.
Yeah, you can't stop doing that when Snake Mike's ill and he's doing those kind of things. I've no faith in you. But enough from us 2. We're going to go back to the analyst desk. G-Man and crew, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, gentlemen. Congratulations to OpTic Gaming. They will be going on to the grand finals. Almost feels like that's deja vu because we say it so much at this point. Still, though, a fantastic series to open things up. You know, it was great to see Envy answer back. Felt like toward the end, kind of ran out of steam a bit. But, you know, I know if there's one thing I know about this Envy roster, they will find a way to pick themselves back up for this loser bracket final that's coming up.
Yeah, and talking about deja vu with OpTic Gaming, I mean, credit to them. I don't believe they've ever been to the losers bracket. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like they've made it to the grand finals through winners since they've been a team. This core roster,
think of a time.
even when they were
I can't.
CLG.
Maybe someone on Twitter could correct us, but I can't think of a time all the time. I mean, then again, right? Like I have a very short-term memory, and in the short term, OpTic just stay winning. So that's all I remember.
Yeah, this core roster, man. I mean, you just look at these guys so well composed. And we did see some fight back from the Envy guys. And I mean, when you see Frosty kind of just disgracing the other team the way he does all the time, like in game.
What a choice of words.
You can just see, like, I mean, it doesn't seem like they're fazed by any teams, really. They're just doing their job, having fun, and just, like, yeah, making a little bit of a show about it.
They're absolutely dominant. To be this dominant this late into an esport is absolutely unheard of. Like, when people compare some of our runs back in the Final Boss days, like, it was kind of in its early years, like, especially when I was competing around, like, 2004 to 2006, like, those were some early years for esports in general. Yeah. So, like, everyone's well aware of the amount of money you can make now, and for them to be this strong and that good is just, I don't even know how to comprehend it.
So what you're saying to me is that, you know, that legendary Final Boss run, you wouldn't have been able to do it today because you ain't that good. Ooh. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing from Dave? I don't know.
That's how you're trying to interpret it.
That's how I'm
I'm just
taking it.
trying to give them a lot of praise for how damn good they are, and Golden Boy just trying to twist my words.
Oh, well, any opportunity I can get, my friend. Any opportunity. We have a couple replays as well that we'll gloss through in a little while because there were certainly a lot of great moments in that series. I guess, like, for me now, Envy going into this loser bracket run, obviously it's unfortunately familiar territory for them, right? They do perform well under pressure, but with Liquid and Splice being as eager and as hungry as they are, my concern here is that, I don't know, man, like, because Splice really throws a wrench into everything.
Look at that shot.
Yeah.
Frosty crossed the map there with the mag. I mean, just the pistol shot from Frosty. I mean, I talk about Contra having an incredible pistol shot. I mean, Frosty definitely in the top 3 as well, just always on point. The consistency from Frosty is just absurd. From game to game, it's like talking about OpTic Gaming not being through the winners bracket. I don't know if I've ever seen Frosty really even have a bad game. I'm sure he has, but like he's barely had any for me to even remember. He's always pretty consistent, and putting up big numbers, and always making big plays.
Consistently great. That is the story, without a doubt, of Frosty and even this OpTic Gaming team, which has just been dominating so far. Coming into this, though, I was being the eager guy. I wanted to see something a little different, right?
But your prediction was wrong.
Yeah, okay, shut up. But OpTic Gaming, though,
you had the right prediction, 4-2.
Yeah,
you have 4-2.
However,
Oh,
if you had me break it down game by game, I truly would have said I would have predicted Coliseum CTF to go in favor of OpTic. I've always felt that they've been very strong at that. However, that was one of the games that Envy did the best at. Like, even one of the few times where the flag got recovered back at their base, that was like lethal, getting that clutch triple kill and flag recovery. So, I don't know, that was a very dominating performance from Envy. Even though it was like a 2-1 game getting closer toward the end, I felt like Envy really showed up on Coliseum CTF.
Yeah, and OpTic had a few clutch stops there. It looked like Envy was getting ready to bring in that second flag initially, and then you saw Lethal pick up a triple kill right in the last second to stop the flag right next to the podium. And that's just, I mean, it just goes to show. I feel like I'm just a broken record repeating how consistent these guys are, but just clutch. When it comes down to that key moment where they need to make that absolute play happen or they're losing, they make that play happen.
It's like what I said, man. It's just deja vu, right? Here we are, yet again, talking about OpTic Gaming in the grand finals of a Halo tournament. It just seems so fitting at this point. But let's go ahead and take a look at the series layout for those of you who are just joining us here. We started things off, OpTic Gaming winning 2-1 on Fathom, then a very close nail-biter of the game. Some brilliant shots from Hook on that Plaza Slayer game gave Envy the victory there, 50-46. On our way over to Rig Strongholds, yet again another close game. And that's when we knew we were in for a fantastic series here. Coliseum CTF 2-1. Good to see Envy, as you had mentioned before, Dave, really answer back and take that game type, something that you feel OpTic are strong at. Envy proving that they can be just as good. And then Truth Slayer and Plaza Strongholds were really just a story of OpTic, I don't know, waking up or just, looking and being like, hey, what are we doing? We win. This is what we do. And 50-32, 100-8 on Plaza. They didn't even let them get anything going. It was multiple triple caps, no control on the side of Envy, Walsh, and at this point it was just it was curtains for Envy.
Yeah, and it's tough too because on one hand we talk about, all right, for Envy in order to win the series against OpTic, you need to have some strong individual performances along with the team just playing well together. Whereas I saw Mikwin pulling off some incredible plays all series long, namely on Coliseum CTF. Yet as a team, I looked over at a couple different members. I felt like I saw some challenges, some excessive challenges from players like Snipedown, or even a couple times from Hook on like Rig Strongholds, where he wasn't able to finish off kills where generally those would be easy kills for someone like Hook. So it felt like some of the members on Envy individually were